Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Man in Hokage. Opening blows 9 tails. Chapter 81. Everyone subconsciously turned their attention to Sarutobi Hiruzen. I saw Sarutobi Hiruzen's face flushed red for a while, and then turned livid again. When he saw the eyes of everyone, a trace of coldness flashed in his eyes. The patriarchs of the major families immediately lowered their heads and looked at their noses and hearts, making up their minds not to participate in the battle between Uchiha Fugaku and Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's because I didn't think carefully. Sarutobi Hiruzen took a deep breath and forced out a sound from his throat. Danzo, let's do what the Fugaku patriarch said. Sarutobi Hiruzen, is this a confession? The patriarchs of the major families suddenly set off a storm in their hearts. Sarutobi Hiruzen actually gave in on his own initiative. Wouldn't it mean that the Uchiha clan will be the real uncrowned kings in Konoha in the future? Send someone to visit the Uchiha clan tonight, and we must form a good relationship with the Uchiha clan. The patriarchs of the major families thought silently in their hearts. They are all thousand-year-old foxes. Everyone's thoughts can't be hidden from Sarutobi Hiruzen, and Sarutobi Hiruzen's face turned dark immediately. It's just that Uchiha Fugaku was still watching, and Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't dare to act rashly. He took a deep breath and said lightly, "One more thing in this meeting is how to deal with the Cloud Shinobi mission, whether it should be killed or let go." As it was related to the village, the patriarchs of the major families immediately returned to their shrewd appearances and fell into deep thought. The Cloud Shinobi mission, although called a mission, is actually a spy. Not only did he want to steal the blood succession boundary of the Hyuga clan and the Uchiha clan, but he was also caught by the Uchiha clan. Now except for the Karui who fought to the death in order to see the Uchiha family tracked down, the others have all been captured alive and are still locked up in Konoha's interrogation class. So what to do with these people is really a big question. After all, if it is not handled well, Cloud Shinobi may aggressively attack and spit at any time. While everyone was thinking, Uchiha Fugaku snorted and said coldly, "What is the Cloud Shinobi mission? It's clearly a group of spies. Should have killed it straight away, sent the body back to Cloud Shinobi and asked Hokage for an explanation." Since Cloud Shinobi ninjas dared to target Sasuke, Uchiha Fugaku didn't want them to continue to live. Patriarch Fugaku, calm down. The wealthy patriarch think twice. Hearing Uchiha Fugaku's murderous words, everyone broke out in cold sweat and hurriedly dissuaded them. If they were ordinary spies, they would be killed if they were killed, but this group of Cloud Shinobi ninjas are missionaries in name. It represents the 4th Hokage, representing the entire Cloud Shinobi village. If it is killed like this, the army of Cloud Shinobi will gather and drive to Konoha the next day. This is what happened beyond all expectations. Hearing Uchiha Fugaku's words, Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded and said in agreement. It's true that what is called a mission is a spy thing, and it really should be killed on the spot. In the Ninja World War, Konoha won the final victory with 1 against 4. Now a mere Cloud Shinobi is defeated. How can he ride on Konoha's head and act recklessly? Cloud Shinobi spies want to kill. Hokage's explanation needs to be given. Let them know that Konoha doesn't like war, but I don't fear war either. Sarutobi Hiruzen slammed the table as he spoke, with an impassioned look, a bit of the demeanor of shinobi when he was young. Just looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was full of fighting spirit, the whole conference room fell into an eerie silence. Yamanaka gave Nara a meaningful expression with doubt in his eyes. The same Ino Shikacho family, and a longtime fighting partner, Nara dear understood the meaning of Yamanaka in a short while. "Master Hokage, is this an illusion? Otherwise, why would you initiate a war?" Regarding this question, Nara did not understand Sarutobi Hiruzen's intention for a long time. Although he has a very high IQ and is Konoha's think tank, he is not a roundworm in Sarutobi Hiruzen's stomach, and I don't know what he thinks in his heart. Shaking his head slightly at Yamanaka, expressing that he didn't understand, Nara fell into deep thought. And Uchiha Fugaku, with doubts on his face, didn't know what kind of medicine was sold in Sarutobi Hiruzen's gourd, so he publicly supported his opinion on this occasion. Uchiha Fugaku doesn't think Sarutobi Hiruzen will give up on the Uchiha clan just because of one fight last night. Sarutobi Hiruzen must have hidden a conspiracy against the Uchiha clan somewhere, but he hasn't discovered it yet. And when Uchiha Fugaku was thinking about which link might go wrong, Sarutobi Hiruzen spoke. Is it the default for everyone not to speak? Since this is the case, Chief Fugaku, then the Cloud Shinobi spy will be handed over to you, and I will also prepare the accountability letter for Raikage. However, Anbu is busy with tasks recently, so I will trouble the Fugaku Patriarch to send someone to Cloud Shinobi Village. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Uchiha Fugaku and said quickly. After finishing speaking, without giving Uchiha Fugaku a chance to repent, he walked out of the meeting room with Anbu. It turns out Master Hokage had such an idea. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's reaction, Naradir reacted after a while, and suddenly felt a chill down his spine. Lu Ju, what did you find? Seeing Nara Shikaku's reaction, Yamanaka quickly asked in a low voice. For the Uchiha clan to send the bodies of the Cloud Shinobi mission and the statement of accountability to Cloud Shinobi Village, Raikage must be furious. With Raikage's character, war is inevitable. Thinking of the cruelty of war, Naralu couldn't help swallowing for a long time, and continued. When war breaks out, the Uchiha clan who killed the Cloud Shinobi ninja will definitely be listed as the first target in the movie. And now the most powerful Uchiha clan in the village must bear the brunt of the war. Under the new and old hatred, no matter whether the war is won or lost, the Uchiha family must suffer heavy losses. Even the tragedy of the Senju clan may repeat itself. What? Hearing Nara Shikaku's words, Yamanaka was shocked, and subconsciously glanced in the direction Sarutobi Hiruzen left. And Uchiha Fugaku also wanted to understand Sarutobi Hiruzen's intention at this time, and couldn't help frowning. For war, the Uchiha family has never been afraid, but Uchiha Fugaku feels a chill in his heart when he is used as a weapon by others, especially by his own enemies. But Sarutobi Hiruzen is a blatant conspiracy. The more Uchiha Fugaku thinks about Sarutobi Hiruzen's intentions, there is no way to solve it. Unless you put those Cloud Shinobi ninjas. But in this way, the Uchiha clan immediately lost face. Even Uchiha Fugaku felt that Sarutobi Hiruzen would never give him a chance to repent. At least if you think about it differently, Uchiha Fugaku feels that if he is Sarutobi Hiruzen, he will never let go of such a good opportunity. Looking up at the direction Sarutobi Hiruzen left, Uchiha Fugaku couldn't help but sigh in his heart. Sure enough, the ginger is still old and spicy. When Uchiha Kido returned home at night, Uchiha Fugaku brought Uchiha Kido to the study. War is no child's play, and Uchiha Fugaku wants to hear Uchiha Kido's opinion. After listening to Uchiha Fugaku's description of today, as well as Uchiha Fugaku's own speculation, Uchiha Kido nodded. That being the case, Uchiha Kido's thinking is about the same as Uchiha Fugaku's guessing. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't want to hide it from the very beginning, it was a naked conspiracy. He concluded that the Uchiha clan would not let it go, so he made things clear. After Uchiha Fugaku spoke, he immediately pushed all the responsibilities to the Uchiha clan. And after Cloud Shinobi started the war, the Uchiha clan was definitely the first to bear the brunt. At that time, no matter whether the war wins or loses, there is no loss for Sarutobi Hiruzen. Winning means that third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen wisely and decisively defeats the Cloud Shinobi invaders, and can even sign a large sum of war reparations. If you lose, put all the responsibilities on the Uchiha clan, and even war reparations can force the Uchiha clan to take the big bucks. After all, if the war fails, the Uchiha clan must suffer heavy casualties, and there will be no extra strength to challenge the high-level Konoha. Knowing the whole plan, Uchiha Kido also has to say that Sarutobi Hiruzen deserves to be Hokage for so many years, and the whole plan is perfectly designed. But after deliberation, Uchiha Kido found that there was an obvious omission in Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan. Just ignore his existence. In other words, Sarutobi Hiruzen overestimated Raikage, underestimated him, and felt that he would definitely not be Raikage's opponent. Uchiha Kido estimates that in Sarutobi Hiruzen's vision, although the Uchiha clan is very powerful, it is so powerful that a clan can rival a village. But each family also has its own shackles. In terms of real top power, the Uchiha family cannot possibly compare to Cloud Shinobi Village. Even if Sharingan is a sharp weapon against tailed beasts, the existence of the fourth Raikage is enough to break the pride of the Uchiha clan. Thinking of this, Uchiha's eyes flashed with amusement. If Sarutobi Hiruzen finds out that the two-tailed beasts in Cloud Shinobi Village are just two bigger pets for the Uchiha clan. And when the fourth Raikage, which he placed high hopes on, failed to block the Uchiha clan, he didn't know what kind of expression he would have. If you want to use the Uchiha family as a gun, you have to be careful if the gun goes off and collapses on you. With a sneer on Uchiha Kido's face, he couldn't help thinking. Rob, Uchiha Kido, who was thinking, heard Uchiha Fugaku's call and raised his head in confusion, not knowing what else Uchiha Fugaku was doing. Gia, let's rebel. Uchiha Fugaku gritted his teeth and said. Uchiha Kido was stunned for a while, and couldn't figure out what Uchiha Fugaku meant. Rebel, was it the rebellion he understood? Seeing Uchiha Kido's expression, Uchiha Fugaku immediately explained. Konoha was founded by Uchiha Madara and first Hokage Senju Hashirama, the ancestors of the Uchiha clan. After Senju Tobirama, the Uchiha clan should have succeeded Hokage. Calling it a rebellion is just taking back the village that should belong to our Uchiha clan. For Uchiha Fugaku's idea, Uchiha Kido agrees very much. Even after killing Danzo last night, he was thinking about killing Sarutobi Hiruzen along with it. It's a pity that the members of the Uchiha clan did not find any evidence related to Sarutobi Hiruzen in the root base. In the absence of evidence, and under the watchful eyes of everyone, Hokage's assistant and Hokage were killed one after another. It is not a good thing for the Uchiha clan to rebel by force and leave a bloodthirsty impression. Perhaps due to the strong strength of the Uchiha clan, other ninja clans took over the village against the Uchiha clan. On the surface, there will be no complaints, but in my heart, I may have some thoughts. Although flipping chess and cards is a very good solution, how can it be more enjoyable to make the opponent speechless and admit defeat? And Sarutobi Hiruzen won't be jumping for long. In just a short thought, Uchiha Kido has thought of a good way to make Sarutobi Hiruzen suffer for himself. Thinking of this, Uchiha Kido immediately told Uchiha Fugaku what was in his heart. But Uchiha Fugaku didn't say anything, and immediately decided to proceed according to Uchiha Kido's idea. With the idea of Uchiha Kido, Uchiha Fugaku executed it very neatly. The next day, the few remaining Cloud Shinobi ninjas were decapitated even before Sarutobi Hiruzen had finished preparing Raikage's accountability statement. And after receiving the letter of accountability written by Sarutobi Hiruzen, Uchiha Fugaku also sent elite Jonin of the Uchiha clan to go on the road immediately. Get ready to send the sealed scroll containing the corpse of the Cloud Shinobi ninja and the letter of accountability to Cloud Shinobi village as quickly as possible. And with elite Jonin's strong traveling ability, he crossed the distance between the Land of Fire and the Land of Thunder in just 2 days, and sent the letter of accountability and the scroll of seal to Cloud Shinobi village. What is Konoha trying to do? Do you think Cloud Shinobi is easy to bully after winning a war? Lebi will clean up the ninjas now. I want Sarutobi Hiruzen to know how powerful Cloud Shinobi is. When 4th Raikage saw the accountability letter, he immediately became furious and slapped the desk in front of him heavily. Boom! The incomparably hard desk made entirely of solid wood disintegrated instantly, and the responsibility letter and the desktop were scattered in the air with sawdust. Master Raikage, this is the 4th desk you've smashed this month. The cost of the desk and the refurbishment of office will be deducted from your allowance, Lord Raikage. A female ninja with white hair said lightly. Ai's movements froze for a moment, and the anger in his heart was temporarily suppressed, and he said quietly. Hey, Mabui, this is war. Is war less important than a table? Mabui was not moved at all, and said lightly. The authenticity of the intelligence has yet to be considered, and whether a war will be launched is still unknown. But Master Raikage, you smashed the desk and destroyed the office is real. After being slapped twice by Mabui, Ai's anger also temporarily dissipated, and he waved his hand and said. It's really impossible for you to get the Samui team to confirm the authenticity of the information. But before I finished speaking, a ninja from Cloud Shinobi came to report immediately. Master Raikage's information is confirmed. The ninja who sent the letter is an elite of the Uchiha clan, and the corpse in the sealed scroll has also been confirmed. It is the mission Arui and others we sent to Konoha. After reporting the information, the atmosphere in Raikage's office froze for a moment. Mabui, you won't stop me now, will you? 4th Raikage lowered his head and said in a deep voice. Alright Lord Raikage, I'm going to get the killer bee balance right now. Yo, big brother, what are you doing? Killer Bee sang and said in his special rap tone as soon as he entered the door. Bye, now is not the time to joke, this is war. Listening to Killer Bee's crappy rap, 4th Raikage's forehead is full of big blue veins. War. Hearing this long-lost word, Killer Bee was stunned for a moment, and then his expression changed and he spoke in a normal tone. What happened? Mabui stepped forward, looked at the information in his hand and said calmly. The ninja we sent to Konoha was discovered by Konoha while completing the task. According to the available information, it was Arui and others who were caught by the young head of the Uchiha clan when they arrested the Uchiha clan. Afterwards, they were all defeated by the young head of the Uchiha clan during their escape. They have now been executed and their bodies have been sent back to the village. At the same time came the accountability letter of Konoha 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Hearing Mabui's words, Killer Bee fell silent, and finally raised his head and said with a puzzled expression. Isn't this normal operation? The spies we caught in other villages did the same thing. Hearing Killer Bee's words, Azabui suddenly fell silent. An idiot who can't do anything but sing bad songs. 4th Raikage let out a roar, and punched Killer Bee on the head, causing a big bump to bulge immediately. How did the Uchiha clan execute me, the ninja of Cloud Shinobi Village? It's an insult, because Cloud Shinobi Village didn't take it seriously, and it didn't take me seriously. I must let Konoha know what it will be like to look down on Cloud Shinobi Village. 4th Raikage said angrily. Master Raikage, the village suffered heavy losses in the Third Ninja World War. Because of the defeat, the financial support for the village has been reduced a lot. Just a few years of recuperation is not enough to support the village in a protracted war. Mabui flipped through the information in his hand and said calmly. So I suggest that the consideration of war be postponed, and Konoha issue a letter of accountability, asking Konoha to compensate for the loss of Cloud Shinobi. During this period, the village is preparing for war. If Konoha refuses, it is suggested that Master Raikage lead the team in person to defeat Konoha's defense line with a blitzkrieg. If the war is won, you can demand a large amount of compensation from Konoha to alleviate the village's shortage of funds. Mabui is not only the secretary of 4th Raikage, but also the chief think tank of Cloud Shinobi. At this moment, the most appropriate suggestion was made to 4th Raikage based on the current situation of the village. Hearing Mabui's suggestion, 4th Raikage nodded and said in a deep voice. Then issue a letter of accountability to Konoha first, this time I will make that old monkey bleed. As he said that, 4th Raikage subconsciously punched the sofa beside him, and the sofa shattered in an instant, sending silk wafting all over the office. Master Raikage, the cost of the sofa will also be deducted from your allowance. Any response from Cloud Shinobi? Sarutobi Hiruzen sat in Hokage's office and asked Enliang Luju who was beside him. Just today, Cloud Shinobi has sent a letter of accountability and diplomatic rhetoric. Cloud Shinobi does not admit that there was an order to kidnap the day, and Shangzong's daughter thinks that we, Konoha, are framed. And ask us to hand over the murderer who killed the Cloud Shinobi mission and compensate Cloud Shinobi a lot of money and materials. And 4th Raikage also threatened in the accountability letter that if Konoha did not agree to their request, Cloud Shinobi would launch a new war. Nara Shirju sorted out the newly obtained information today, and said one by one. Then Shikaku, what do you think Konoha should do? Sarutobi Hiruzen took a puff of the cigarette in his hand and asked lightly. Nara Shikajiu looked up and Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help being stunned. He felt that Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was already old in just a few days, had become even older. His eye sockets were sunken, and the wrinkles on his face were even more obvious, and he looked like he was dying. But Nara Shirju quickly responded. Sarutobi Hiruzen waited for his answer, silent for a moment and whispered. If Cloud Shinobi insists on not making concessions, this battle will be inevitable. Sarutobi Hiruzen was silent for a moment, and finally said lightly. Why, the Uchiha clan will not hand over their young patriarch, and Konoha will not be able to pay so much war reparations. Nara Shikajiu shook his head and reluctantly said. Then what if a war really breaks out? Is Konoha sure of winning? If the Uchiha clan can play as the main force, it will be powerful to cooperate with the major ninja clans. But if 4th Raikage himself joins the fight, I'm afraid the war will be protracted. After recalling the situation in the village, Yiliong-lu said in a deep voice. In this case, then let's go to war. Uchiha is the Uchiha of Konoha, and now is the time for Uchiha to do his part for the village. Sarutobi Hiruzen lowered his head slightly, took a sip of the pipe in his hand, and said lightly. And these seemingly ordinary words contained coldness, which immediately made Naraluju break out in cold sweat. Making an excuse at random, Narashirju left Hokage's office as quickly as if he was running away. Backquote, after Danzo's death, third Hokage really got more and more scary. Quote, thinking back on everything that happened in Hokage's office, Narashikage Ren still has a lingering fear in his heart. The current third Hokage has been completely swallowed by hatred, maybe it's time for a new Hokage. Naraluju couldn't help thinking. Soon the news of the accountability letter from Cloud Shinobi spread throughout the village. Hearing the conditions in the accountability letter, there was an uproar in the whole village. Is Cloud Shinobi poor and crazy? How dare a few spies demand 10 billion taels of compensation? I still need 1 billion caddies of grain and 100 million caddies of refined iron, will Union use it up in 10 years? The worst thing is to ask Konoha to hand over the young patriarch to pay for those spies. What are those spies worthy of being compared with the young patriarch? If you want me to say that the few spies killed by the young patriarch dirty their hands. By Nuo Zhao. Dirty hands. The village has the same hatred and firmly refuses to accept Cloud Shinobi's case. At the moment, among the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku are sitting opposite each other in the study. Cloud Shinobi has taken the first step according to the plan. Is the clan going to enter a state of war? Uchiha Fugaku looked at Uchiha Kido and asked. You can prepare first, but don't worry, there will be people who are more anxious than us. The Uchiha clan now just needs to stay in the clan land and express their opposition to Cloud Shinobi appropriately. When he is cornered, he will take the initiative to find us. Uchiha Kido said with a smile. Uchiha Fugaku nodded for a moment of silence and said. Then followed Jia's idea. Uchiha Kido nodded and said meaningfully. If you want the horse to run, but also want the horse not to eat grass, how can you do it? If you want to calculate the Uchiha family, you must pay some interest first. Has the Uchiha clan remained silent? In the Anbu base, Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned and asked the paper crane. Sorry, Lord Hokage. Since the Cloud Shinobi incident, the defense of the Uchiha clan has become more stringent, and Anbu ninjas cannot sneak into the Uchiha clan's land at all. Jihei said respectfully. It's just that according to Anbu ninja's observation outside the Uchiha tribe's land, the Uchiha tribe has no other actions except to oppose Cloud Shinobi's conditions like the villagers. Is that so? Sarutobi Hiruzen murmured. A hint of urgency arose in his heart. All his calculations are based on the fact that the Uchiha clan will definitely send troops. How can the war with Cloud Shinobi be fought if the Uchiha clan is silent? Sarutobi Hiruzen was silent for a moment, a sternness flashed in his eyes. Let the Anbu ninja spread the news among the villagers, and make sure the Uchiha clan agrees to fight. Yes, Master Hokage, Jihei replied respectfully. It's just that Sarutobi Hiruzen certainly didn't expect that after he left, the conversation he had with Thin was placed in front of Assistant Uchiha. That old thing is in a hurry. Seeing the information sent by the paper crane, Uchiha Kido said with a smile. However, with such a low-level hand, it seems that Danzo's end did not bring much improvement to Sarutobi Hiruzen. In this case, let's have an appetizer first. Uchiha Kido thought for a while, took a pen and wrote a few words, and then, a secret information was sent to Jihei. Seeing Uchiha Kido's order, Jihei's eyes lit up. As expected of the young patriarch, the chain is intertwined. Sarutobi Hiruzen may suffer a bit this time. After destroying the order sent by Uchiha Kido, he immediately returned to the appearance of Captain Anbu. Master Hokage ordered that the Anbu ninjas be dispatched immediately. Sure enough, the Uchiha clan are the real guardians of the village, unlike Anbu who has become a nest of spies. Yes, in just 2 days, the Uchiha clan has pulled out several spies from Anbu, and I heard that one of them is the captain of Anbu's squad. Anbu is really incompetent. The spies from other villages have stayed in Anbu for so long without being discovered. I don't know how many villages information has been leaked by spies. I think we should let the Uchiha clan take over Anbu, conduct a thorough investigation of Anbu first, and find out all the spies inside. That's right, that's it. Hearing this suggestion, the surrounding villagers AC/DC echoed for a while. Master Hokage is still old, and he is too weak to manage the village. Not only did he fail to notice that Danzo had rebelled against the village, but now even Anbu, which he is in charge of, is riddled with spies. I think the village is going to replace it with a younger and stronger Hokage. A villager shook his head and sighed, casually suggesting to replace the Hokage. The surrounding villagers were silent for a moment, and suddenly felt that this was indeed a very good idea. It's just replacing Hokage, that's what those ninja adults should think about. They are just ordinary villagers and have no right to speak. It's just that this idea has taken root in the hearts of all the villagers. This is how the same thing. Why is Anbu full of spies? In the office of the paper crane in the Anbu base, Sarutobi Hiruzen is furious. I'm sorry, Hokage-sama. This is my mistake. Jihei hurriedly lowered his head and said. Sarutobi Hiruzen, with a gloomy light in his eyes, looked coldly at the paper crane in front of him. In just 2 days, 6 or 7 people in Anbu were arrested by the Uchiha family on charges of espionage. Sarutobi Hiruzen would not be too happy if the Uchiha clan made such a foolish move. After all, arresting the fellows in the village without authorization is equivalent to the Uchiha clan, who personally handed over the handle to Sarutobi Hiruzen. What Sarutobi Hiruzen never expected was that the Uchiha clan actually produced evidence that the Anbu ninjas had fornicated other villages. And the evidence was so detailed that even Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't find any mistakes, and could only watch the Uchiha clan take away the members of Anbu. In this way, inciting the emotions of the villagers and forcing the Uchiha clan to send troops became even more nonsense. After all, the Uchiha clan arrests people when they specifically pick up Anbu members to perform tasks. Now the villagers feel that if someone is instigating the Uchiha clan to send troops, is this person a spy? After a few chats with Shushu, the backhand was to find the Konoha security department and make a report. The Uchiha clan didn't know when they changed the opinion of the villagers. Also secretly collecting evidence of Anbu, it must have been premeditated for this day. At the beginning, I should have followed Danzo's advice and let the Uchiha clan also go to the battlefield and be destroyed together by the hands of Outer Village. Under extreme anger, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't realize that he had spoken out what he had just said. When he reacted, he was shocked in his heart, and quickly looked to the side. I saw the paper crane looking at its nose and heart, pretending that it didn't hear it at all. Fortunately, the paper crane is one of our own, and there is no paper crane in Anbu who was caught. Sarutobi Hiruzen calmed down a little, looked at the paper crane and said coldly. Jihei, do you have any comments on my thoughts just now? There was a trace of bewilderment on Jihei's face, and then he said with trepidation. I'm sorry Master Hokage, I was distracted before and didn't hear what Master Hokage was thinking, so I will punish Master Hokage. No, regarding the attitude of the paper crane, Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded in satisfaction, and sure enough, only the paper crane was his own. The task of inciting villagers' speeches, stop now. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought for a moment, and said slowly. It seems that he still needs to go out in person for this difficult bone of the Uchiha clan. As for the paper cranes, you will be Anbu's vice minister from today on. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the paper crane and said. Thank you Hokage-sama for cultivating it, and the origami crane will live up to Hokage-sama's expectations in the future. Jihei hurriedly saluted, and said excitedly on his face. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded in satisfaction, left the Anbu base, and headed for the Uchiha tribe. Seeing the leaving figure of Sarutobi Hiruzen, Jihei felt complicated. I'm sorry Hokage-sama, but I'm from the Uchiha clan. Anbu's capture was information provided by Jihei to the Uchiha clan. As for the evidence of Anbu's affair with other villages, it was also created by Jihei. As the experienced captain of Anbu, the evidence produced by the paper cranes is naturally flawless, and Sarutobi Hiruzen certainly can't find any mistakes. And the goal of this plan is just that Uchiha Kido wants the paper crane to cut off the shackles in Anbu and secretly control greater power. It's just that the effect of this plan was unexpected, and the paper crane was appointed as the deputy minister of Anbu by Sarutobi Hiruzen so inexplicably. And thinking of what Sarutobi Hiruzen said before, a strange light suddenly appeared in Jihei's eyes. After recording the information about Sarutobi Hiruzen, he immediately sent Kenzuki to send the information to the Uchiha clan. The paper crane became Anbu's deputy minister. That's interesting. A smile appeared on Uchiha Kido's face when he saw the information sent from the secret channel. At first, I thought about using the identity of Tiansha to ascend to the position of Minister Anbu, which made Sarutobi Hiruzen sleepless. I didn't expect that I would take the position of deputy minister before I did anything. If Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that the deputy minister he appointed was actually a member of the Uchiha clan, what would he think? But it's fun to think about Uchiha Kido. And at this moment, the clansman reported back, Sarutobi Hiruzen came. Say Sao will be here. Uchiha Kido smiled and walked slowly into the living room. In the living room, Sarutobi Hiruzen was already waiting there. Seeing Uchiha Kido, Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly became vigilant. The young man in front of him may be a powerhouse that he could not even match when he was young. After a while, Uchiha Service Industry, who got the news, returned from the Konoha Security Department and couldn't help frowning when he saw Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's a rare visitor. Why does Master Hokage want to come and sit with the Uchiha clan? Uchiha Fugaku said calmly with a blank face. The implication is that the Uchiha family does not welcome you. Talk about things if you have something to do, and get out if you have nothing to do. Sarutobi Hiruzen obviously heard the meaning of Uchiha Fugaku's words, but his expression didn't change at all. He just looked at Uchiha Kido and said lightly. Although Uchiha Fugaku is the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, Sarutobi Hiruzen knows that the recent changes in the Uchiha clan are all caused by the boy in front of him. The chief Fugaku and the young chief should know why I'm here. The village is now being threatened by Cloud Shinobi, and as a big clan of Konoha, I hope that the Uchiha clan will also contribute their strength to the village. They are all sensible people, and excessive concealment will only make them appear particularly stupid. Uchiha Fugaku nodded and agreed directly, almost making Sarutobi Hiruzen think he was hallucinating. 1 billion taels. The Uchiha family needs 1 billion taels for military expenses. And it can't be paid by the village. Uchiha Kido said lightly. 1 billion taels is the second point of interest that Sarutobi Hiruzen needs to pay. 1 billion taels. Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly widened his eyes and took a deep breath. Do you know how much 1 billion taels is? Why don't you grab it? Sarutobi Hiruzen said angrily. But looking at Uchiha Kido's playful eyes, Sarutobi Hiruzen instantly understood what Uchiha Kido meant. Isn't he just grabbing now? A trace of bitterness appeared on Sarutobi Hiruzen's face. After Anbu's plan failed, Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that the Uchiha clan would not send troops easily. This time I came to the door and planned to bleed a lot. But Uchiha Kido's appetite far exceeded Sarutobi Hiruzen's expectation. If it were the previous Sarutobi family, although 1 billion taels was a lot, it wouldn't hurt the bones. But on the night of 9 taels, the tailed beast bomb released by 9 taels wiped out decades of accumulation of the Sarutobi clan. After the night of 9 taels, the Uchiha family got the formula of the Sarutobi family's secret medicine from nowhere, and sold it in the village. The industry of the Sarutobi family was devastated, even though he, as Hokage, continued to allocate resources from the village. But now that he has recuperated for 3 years, Sarutobi Hiruzen has only accumulated a net worth of 800 million taels for the Sarutobi family. Even if the Sarutobi family is packaged and sold, this hole cannot be filled. A full 1 billion taels, converted into resources, is enough to fight a 1-year war. How come the Sarutobi family has a big business? Can't they even afford this little money? Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's furrowed brow, Uchiha Kido feigned surprise and said, "Why don't Master Hokage go and discuss with the elders of the elders first? As long as the military expenditure is in place, the Uchiha family can send troops at any time." A gleam flashed in Uchiha Kido's eyes, and he said with a smile. Sarutobi Hiruzen was stunned for a moment, then nodded subconsciously. In the end, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know how he got out of the Uchiha clan, only a few words remained in his mind. 1 billion taels, Konoha elders. The Uchiha family has a great influence on the entire Konoha high level, so why let the Sarutobi family bear it alone? Besides, since Mitokado Homura and Udatane Kaharu became elders of Konoha, they don't know how much they have made for their own family. And nothing was lost for the family on Nine Tails night. A mere 1 billion taels is a piece of cake for those two people. Thinking of Sarutobi Hiruzen, he suddenly became convinced that the 1 billion taels could not come from him. The plan is complete. This distinguished heavenly gods is really useful. Uchiha Shisui really wasted the most powerful illusion. Watching the leaving figure of Sarutobi Hiruzen, Uchiha Kido said lightly with a smile on the corner of his mouth. Just a little bit of pupil power was stimulated, and the unique power of distinguished heavenly gods had already quietly affected Sarutobi Hiruzen's thinking. No wonder Uchiha Shisui is confident to change the relationship between the village and the Uchiha clan with his eyes. But now that Uchiha Shisui is dead, the only person who has the strongest illusion of distinguished heavenly gods is him, Uchiha Shisui. Thinking of his plan, Uchiha Kido said with a smile, "Father, it's time to prepare to accept the fruits of victory." Uchiha Fugaku nodded, and the patriarch issued orders one after another, and the entire Uchiha clan immediately entered the preparations before the war. That night, the Konoha elders gathered in Hokage's office. 2.5 billion taels, why doesn't the Uchiha clan grab it? Udatane Kaharu no longer had his usual benevolent eyes, and screamed without image. Isn't he just robbing? Sarutobi Hiruzen took a sip of the pipe in his hand and said calmly. But 2.5 billion taels is really too much, and the Mito family can't afford it at all. Mitokado Homura frowned and said in a deep voice. I have already agreed, but you know the situation of the Sarutobi family, I can only give 500 million taels at most. Sarutobi Hiruzen said with a frown. 1 billion taels from each of your two families. Don't forget, if the Uchiha clan refuses to send troops, then only the ninjas from Mito's and Zanyu's families will be on the battlefield. Sarutobi Hiruzen's words seemed like a threat, and it was also the last straw that broke the camel's back. After hesitating for a long time, Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura finally gritted their teeth and agreed. Compared to letting the ninjas of his own family face the perverts of Union directly, a mere 1 billion taels is nothing at all. Seeing that Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura agreed, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes flashed a hint of mockery and contempt. If you want him to deal with the Uchiha clan alone, how can you not pay a price? The extra 1 billion taels will be paid to him and Danzo. It's a pity that Danzo went first, and the 1 billion can only be done by him, Sarutobi Hiruzen. Mitokado Homura and Udatane Kaharu also fought to get the Uchiha clan to send troops. On the second day, the entire 2 billion taels were sent to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Then Sarutobi Hiruzen took out 500 million taels and put them together in a pretentious manner, turned around and went to the clan land of the Uchiha clan. As long as he doesn't expose himself, will Mitokado Homura and Udatane Kaharu go to the Uchiha clan and ask how much money they blackmailed. So this 1 billion, Sarutobi Hiruzen received it with peace of mind. I have already given the money, when will the Uchiha clan send troops? Sarutobi Hiruzen said coldly. Looking at the banknotes on the table, Uchiha Kido was also a little surprised. He didn't expect Sarutobi Hiruzen to raise enough money so quickly. Sure enough, the Konoha Elders group is a group of old and immortal things. These, 2, 3, 7, don't know how much money they have embezzled from the village over the years. But Uchiha Kido didn't intend to go back on his word, he accepted the banknote and nodded. Master Hokage is quick, the Uchiha clan will be ready to dispatch troops within 3 days. Hearing Uchiha Kido's assurance, Sarutobi Hiruzen's ugly face finally eased a bit, nodded and said. That would be the best. After finishing speaking, Sarutobi Hiruzen immediately left the Uchiha family and went to the major families. Since it is a village war, it is naturally impossible for the Uchiha clan to go to the battlefield alone. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen would like to do this, he can't do it so obviously. And he won't let go of any of the families who saw him embarrassed during the Jonin meeting. Sarutobi Hiruzen has no patience with the Uchiha clan for other clans. Even for the Hyuga clan, Sarutobi Hiruzen is only a mandatory order, and the Hyuga clan must cooperate with the village's military operations. Even for the military expenses for the war, Sarutobi Hiruzen planned to let all the major families contribute together, and let the village only contribute a small part. In the past few years, in order to rebuild the Sarutobi clan and roots, the funds in the village have been embezzled by Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo. There is really no extra money to support this war. Sarutobi Hiruzen's move immediately made all the big families in the village mourn. Especially the Hyuga clan. As the largest clan in the village after the Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan is also the most ruthless clan squeezed by Sarutobi Hiruzen. Not only was Sarutobi Hiruzen asked for 500 million taels of military expenditure, even half of the branch house was sent to the battlefield. If it weren't for the Hyuga family's ancestral precepts, the clan would definitely not risk their lives. I am afraid that Sarutobi Hiruzen will ask, and Hyuga will personally throw it on top of him every day. As for the resistance, is he really Sarutobi Hiruzen, an old man who farmed at home after retirement? And Uchiha Kido just smiled faintly after learning what happened to Hyuga's family. If you don't dare to resist, you can only be squeezed by others, which has been the case since ancient times. And in the world of ninja where the weak prey on the strong, blindly giving in will only make people weaker and weaker. And when everyone in Konoha was making intensive preparations, the war had already quietly struck, faster than everyone expected. On the 5th day after the letter of accountability was delivered, the ninjas stationed on the border of the Land of Fire sent urgent information. The Cloud Shinobi army is less than 100 miles away from the border, and the war may start at any time. The war was imminent, and Sarutobi Hiruzen also became ruthless, forcing the major families to complete the army within one day. Then head to the frontier to fight the Cloud Shinobi. It's just that time is running out, and military spending has become a big problem. After all, not all families are as wealthy as the Uchiha family. It's also not like the Zhuanju family and the Mito family. Some people are in high-level positions, and they don't know how much they have made for the family. Even the Hyuga clan, the second largest family, even if they are already considered a big family, but it is just a fantasy to spend 500 million taels at a time. Uchiha Kido almost laughed out loud when he saw the list of players sent by Jihei in advance. All the major families on the list have done their part, but one family is missing. The Transfer family, the Mito family, and the Sarutobi family. Among the 4 members of the Konoha elders, Shimura Danzo is dead, and even the Shimura clan is also exterminated by the Uchiha clan. So aside from the Shimura family, there are only a few genin from both the Zanshujiya and the Mito family. Genin, although known as the highest combat power in the Hokage world. But those genins are not comparable to the genins of the Zhuanjujiya and Mitos. However, in Uchiha Kido's opinion, the strangest ones on the list are not the Sleeper family and the Mito family. Although the Sarutobi clan is a little bit down now, but with Sarutobi Hiruzen, the background is as deep as the Hyuga clan. It's just that in this list, Uchiha Kido didn't see the name of any ninja from the Sarutobi clan. So Sarutobi Hiruzen thinks that the lives of the ninjas of the Sarutobi clan are more noble than those of other ninjas. But soon, Uchiha Kido found that he was wrong, and wrong, very wrong. The ninjas of the Sarutobi clan are not out of action, as Uchiha Kido saw someone on the list. Commander, Sarutobi Shinosuke. For a moment, Uchiha Kido couldn't help falling into silence. Uchiha Kido understood Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan the moment he saw the candidate for the commander. Let Sarutobi Shinosuke be the commander of the war. As long as the war is won, the reputation of Sarutobi Shinosuke will be unprecedentedly high in the village. Replicate the path walked by Namikaze Minato, lead the village to victory, and rise to the throne of 5th Hokage with the loud voice of the villagers. Let a Sarutobi clan lead the Uchiha clan. Could it be that Sarutobi Hiruzen felt that the Uchiha clan would not dare to kill the commander in front of the battle? Wanting to level up the tuba, Uchiha can understand. But a whiteboard number wants to command a group of elite players to brush the battlefield dungeon, except that Sarutobi Hiruzen lost his mind. Uchiha Kido can't think of a second explanation. But soon Uchiha Kido put this battle list behind him. It doesn't matter who the commander is, no one can command the Uchiha clan except him and Uchiha Fugaku anyway. If Sarutobi Shinosuke really doesn't know how to praise, then kill. Anyway, when the war is over, if the plan goes well, the sleepy Hokage should be replaced. At that time, it is uncertain whether the Sarutobi clan can continue to exist, and who cares whether a son of Hokage who was forced to abdicate is dead or alive. That night, Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku attended the last meeting before the battle together. Tomorrow, Konoha's army of ninjas will head to the border of Fire Nation, so tonight Sarutobi Hiruzen will make the final deployment. It seems like Uchiha Kido's list of early wars will also be announced tonight. What do you ninjas want to do? The enemy of the village is at present, but the military budget is still not enough. Are you planning to pay all compensation to Cloud Shinobi Village after the defeat? Before Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku entered the conference room, Sarutobi Hiruzen's furious voice came immediately. Hyuga Hiashi, are the Hyuga family trying to betray the village? Perhaps Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that his Hokage position would not last long, so he began to show his true nature. Or they want to suppress the major families and pave the way for Sarutobi Shinosuke. As soon as he came up, he aimed the spearhead at the Hyuga clan. The military expenditure of 500 million taels borne by the Hyuga family has only been raised to 200 million taels. Hyuga Hiashi, I wonder if you should give me an explanation. Hearing Sarutobi Hiruzen's words, Hyuga Hiashi had a wry smile on his face. Although the Hyuga family is known as the second largest family in Konoha, some even used to compare the Hyuga family with the Uchiha family. But in fact, Hyuga's house is not as beautiful as it looks on the surface. Like the original Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan's clan land is not far from the center of power in the village, but it is not close either. There are not many industries in the village, and the Shimura and Sarutobi clans suppress them from time to time. Being able to stay in a good and prosperous way until now is mostly due to consuming the shadow left by the ancestors. To be able to collect 200 million taels in just a few days is really the limit of Hyuga's family. But seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression, Hyuga Hiashi smiled wryly in his heart. If he doesn't give an explanation today, I'm afraid this matter can't be easily exposed. Go and get caged bird stamped tonight, so that the secret will not be revealed even if you die. The patriarch died in battle, and the Hyuga family has an explanation for the village and Hokage. After a moment of silence, Hyuga Hiashi stood up, just about to express his thoughts to Sarutobi Hiruzen. At this time, Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku walked into the conference room, and Shinsen sat in the exclusive seats of the Uchiha clan. Seeing the calm faces of Uchiha Fugaku and Uchiha Kido, Hyuga Hiashi suddenly felt resentment. The same family as Konoha, why the Uchiha family does not need to contribute military expenditures, while the Hyuga family needs to bear a full 500 million taels of military expenditures? Is it because the Uchiha clan is strong enough and flamboyant? Could it be that just like persimmons are squeezed softly, the family also squeezes obediently? Thinking of this, Hyuga Hiashi said subconsciously as his brain became hot. Why does the Uchiha clan don't pay a penny, but Hyuga wants to pay 500 million? But as soon as the words were spoken, Hyuga Hiashi suddenly woke up, and the cold sweat drenched his back instantly. Hearing Hyuga Hiashi's words, the patriarchs of other families also opened their mouths slightly when they were still watching Hyuga telling jokes. Was this meeting so exciting to begin with? Hyuga Hiashi is a true warrior who dared to face the furious Hokage and challenge the mighty Uchiha clan. As expected, Sarutobi Hiruzen's face turned dark immediately, the gloom on his face couldn't be dispelled, and he growled in a low voice. What, does Chief Hyuga have any opinion on my decision? Hyuga Hiashi's complexion turned extremely pale, he forced a smile, and hurriedly wanted to explain. But before Hyuga Hiashi could speak, Uchiha Kido said in feigned surprise. 500 million taels, sure enough, in Master Hokage's mind, the Uchiha clan is Konoha's #1 ninja clan. Even the money given is double that of the Hyuga clan. As he said that, Uchiha Kido nodded, and looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen with the taste of seeing a confidant. It's just that no one is paying attention to Uchiha Kido's eyes now, and everyone is reminiscing what Uchiha Kido just said. Give the Uchiha clan twice as much money as the Hyuga clan. Give money, double. So when the village lacked military funds, Sarutobi Hiruzen gave basic tasks to every ninja in the village. When it came to the Uchiha clan, not only did they not assign basic tasks, they even paid 1 billion. Thinking of all the patriarchs of the ninja clan present, a gleam of fire flashed in their eyes. They need an explanation. Hearing Uchiha Kido's words, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes widened suddenly, his face full of disbelief. Uchiha Kido, how dare he just say this? In Sarutobi Hiruzen's view, the Uchiha family has benefited, and they will not publicize this matter due to emotion and reason. So Sarutobi Hiruzen boldly oppressed the Hyuga clan, killing chickens and monkeys, and suppressing the limelight of the major ninja clans. But Uchiha Kido actually revealed it. Still in full view, in the presence of all the ninja chiefs, the fact that the Uchiha clan collected money was revealed. Isn't Uchiha Kido afraid that the Uchiha family will be on the cusp of being targeted by all the ninjas? But soon Sarutobi Hiruzen realized that it doesn't matter whether the Uchiha clan will be in trouble or not, on the contrary, he himself is in big trouble now. Originally, the Uchiha clan was not exposed, but the Hyuga Japanese clan, the worst ninja clan, existed. Even if other ninjas are reluctant, they won't have too many thoughts when they see someone worse than themselves. But with the comparison of the Uchiha clan, all the ninjas will suddenly feel unbalanced. Why is it that people contribute and I have to pay, but the Uchiha family can get the money? And it's not a little bit, it's a full 1 billion taels, which is enough to afford the 1 billion taels of military expenditure for the entire war. And not only holding back Sarutobi Hiruzen, but now I feel that there are two cold eyes behind me, staring at me closely. Sarutobi Hiruzen did not forget that the 1 billion taels he gave to the Uchiha family came from Udatain Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. And a pit is not just 1 billion taels, but a full 2 billion taels. Master Hokage, I, the Hyuga clan, would like an explanation. The veins on Hyuga Hiyashi's forehead popped out, and he was groping his fist tightly, afraid that someone who couldn't bear it could go up and give Sarutobi Hiruzen a set of gentle fist 128 palms. Master Hokage, my Moonlight family would also like to have an explanation. Yugong Lufeng, the patriarch of the Zhihei family, said immediately. The same goes for Qi Shan's family. With the Hyuga clan taking the lead, in an instant most of the ninjas in the conference room asked Sarutobi Hiruzen for an explanation. After being silent for a long time, Naraluju asked in a deep voice with a trace of complexity on his face. Master Hokage, I, Nara's family, also want an explanation. And the rest of the ninjas saw Nara Shikahisa also spoke, and in a flash, except for the Uchiha clan, all the ninjas wanted Sarutobi Hiruzen to give an explanation. Sarutobi, I think we need an explanation too. Udatain Kaharu and Mitokado Homura said with a cold face. The room is full of enemies, he has become everyone's side, and even his two old friends have defected. Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly panicked. Hiccup. Suddenly Sarutobi Hiruzen's hands and cheeks twitched twice, and he rolled his eyes and passed out. Master Hokage, what's the matter with you? Sarutobi, Master Hokage, you haven't given us an explanation yet. Dizzy. Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku looked at each other with surprise in their eyes. Following Danzo's death escape, Sarutobi Hiruzen has a stun escape. The former ninja, now the vigorous Hokage is dizzy when he says it, and he doesn't believe anyone else. At least Uchiha Kido noticed that Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyelids were trembling slightly. Probably just want to pretend to be dizzy for a while, and then wake up leisurely after thinking of countermeasures. It's just that Sarutobi Hiruzen has committed public outrage this time, so it's not so easy to get away with it. Even Uchiha Kido, who started as a chrysalis, didn't think of a suitable escape strategy for a while, let alone Sarutobi Hiruzen. I have to say that although stun is shameful, it is very useful. At least after Sarutobi Hiruzen fainted, everyone temporarily forgot about the so-called explanation and greeted in a hurry. After a while of flying around, Sarutobi Hiruzen was also carried into Konoha Hospital by Udatain Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. And Uchiha Kido saw Sarutobi Hiruzen's slightly trembling eyelids and Udatain Kaharu's cold face. Uchiha Kido suddenly understood in his heart that Sarutobi Hiruzen would not be able to come back in a short time. You can't live without doing your own crimes. Uchiha Kido shook his head slightly. The Uchiha family can only extort 1 billion taels, and Sarutobi Hiruzen asked for 2 billion taels. Insatiable, just hateful, and it's not good to cheat anyone, just pick old friends to cheat. Now that things are exposed, no one can save him. It's just that it's easy for Sarutobi Hiruzen to leave in a daze, leaving the ninja patriarch in the entire conference room looking at each other in blank dismay. They came for a meeting, but before the meeting started, Hokage got into a fight with the Hyuga clan. When the Uchiha clan came, the war escalated immediately, and now even Hokage was sent to the hospital. Now that Hokage has been sent to the hospital, and the leader who presided over the meeting is gone, what else can they negotiate? Will Konoha's army really go out on time tomorrow? For a while, everyone's hearts were full of worry. If Danzo was still alive, seeing this situation, he would definitely stand up and excitedly prepare to temporarily exercise Hokage authority. It's just that Danzo is dead now. Even if he is alive, his reputation is already bad on the street, and no one will pay attention to him even if he stands up. Now that Hokage is in a coma, the Konoha elders have all gone to the hospital, and now the only one who has the final say is Uchiha Fugaku, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. It's just that the 1 billion tails seem to be stuck in the throat, making everyone present speechless. As for Uchiha Kido and Uchiha Fugaku, although they already have many secret plans in their hearts. But I didn't expect that Hyuga Hiyashi would create such a good opportunity. And Uchiha Kido didn't expect that a few words along the steps of Hyuga Hiyashi could bring such an unimaginable effect. It detonated the audience in an instant, pushing Sarutobi Hiruzen to the opposite of everyone, and by the way, Sarutobi Hiruzen was forced into a coma. The result was too big, even Uchiha Dong and Uchiha Fugaku had no time to react. But such a good opportunity must not be missed. Uchiha Kido coughed a few times. Uchiha Fugaku immediately understood what Uchiha Kido meant. After making a draft in his mind, Uchiha stood up and said to everyone, "Third Hokage is still old after all," and sent himself to the hospital on a whim. However, the war is imminent. I, the Uchiha clan, would like to be the vanguard and help the village fight against the clouds. Looking at the complex expressions in the eyes of the various ninja chiefs, Yuzebo Fugaku also understood the joints. Since everyone has contributed to the military expenditure, the Uchiha family is no exception. 1 billion taels. The Uchiha family is willing to take out all 1 billion taels as military expenses to help the village fight Cloud Shinobi together. Hearing that Uchiha Fugaku is willing to use all 1 billion taels as military expenses, everyone's face suddenly looks better. Although I know in my heart that Uchiha Fugaku just took out the 1 billion taels given by Sarutobi Hiruzen, in fact, the Uchiha family still didn't pay a tenth of the money. But at least, the Uchiha clan didn't get any money either. With 1 billion taels as a foreshadowing, the atmosphere in the meeting room suddenly became lively, which was completely different from when Sarutobi Hiruzen was there just now. There was also Uchiha Fugaku who chaired the meeting, and it went on smoothly, and soon it was time to decide that each ethnic group would send their own troops. This is the focus of this pre-war meeting, and the patriarchs of the major ninja clans also began to think seriously. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen has already asked for it before, even the list of players has been prepared. But war is not a child's play, it will kill people, so the patriarchs of the major families should not consider it carefully. Especially now that with the 1 billion taels of military expenditure provided by Uchiha Fugaku, the war situation is immediately optimistic. Therefore, the patriarchs of the major families also have to review the list of expedition personnel. And Uchiha Kido, watching the patriarchs of the major families report the list bit by bit, couldn't help yawning. In Uchiha Kido's view, this war is actually not complicated at all. Konoha, as the only victor in the Third Ninja World War, does not have enough power to start a new war now. As for Cloud Shinobi, as a defeated country, the situation will naturally only get worse. Even if the army is ready on the surface, it looks like it wants to fight Konoha to the death. But Uchiha Kido determined that this was just Cloud Shinobi's psychological tactic. After all, in the original book, although Konoha quelled the threat of Cloud Shinobi by sacrificing Hyuga Hazashi, the war ended invisibly. But Cloud Shinobi didn't start the war after discovering that Hazashi's death was a hoax. In the final analysis, Cloud Shinobi has not recovered from the war, even worse than Konoha, and can only bluff. And in this life, Uchiha Kido has specifically inquired about it. After Cloud Shinobi's defeat in the Third Ninja World War, the Thunder Nation daimyo drastically cut back the funds provided to Cloud Shinobi. So Cloud Shinobi will only be worse than imagined. Even if it really turns into a war, it will not be a protracted war. It is more likely that Cloud Shinobi will use the top strength of Fourth Raikage and Two-Tailed Beasts to defeat Konoha's Wang's psychological defense. Then force Konoha to surrender, and then pay a large amount of war reparations. After all, the current Konoha, after the defection of the real high-end power, the defection of the defection, the defection of the defection. On the bright side, there is only one strong cage-level powerhouse, Sarutobi Hiruzen Shin. It occupies the most fertile land in the ninja world, but there is no real strong guard. So it's no wonder that Cloud Shinobi regards Konoha as a piece of fat, and just looking at it makes him want to come up and take a bite. It's really to blame Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo for not being able to live up to expectations, and forcibly playing the king number into the bronze number. But fortunately, now there is Uchiha Kido, the king himself, doing it himself, and the mere Cloud Shinobi is not a problem at all. Tailed beasts are just bigger pets in front of Mangekyo Sharingan. Although Fourth Raikage is known as the fastest ninja world, his physique is extremely strong. But that doesn't change the fact that Fourth Raikage is a taijutsu ninja. As long as it is close combat, it is nothingness in front of his pupil technique. Unless Fourth Raikage is fast enough to kill Uchiha Kido before he can react. Otherwise, once the Vientiane domain is expanded, as long as the Fourth Raikage dares to get close, it will become meat on the chopping board and be slaughtered by Uchiha Kido. When the time comes to defeat the Fourth Raikage, capture the Two-Tailed Beasts, and have no choice but to surrender to Cloud Shinobi Village. Although Uchiha Kido already had great confidence in his heart, it didn't bother Uchiha Fugaku to reprimand Fang Chu in the meeting. Wars, especially victorious wars, are a great way to gain reputation. As long as Uchiha Fugaku shows his abilities in front of everyone now, he will be recognized by other ninjas. When the victory of the war comes with great prestige and Sarutobi Hiruzen is forced to abdicate, Uchiha Fugaku will become Konoha's new Hokage. And when Uchiha Fugaku becomes Hokage, Uchiha Kido doesn't have to worry about being exterminated when he sees the Uchiha clan one day when he wakes up. Moreover, helping Uchiha Fugaku to become Hokage completely changed the ending of the Uchiha family, and I don't know what kind of reward the system can settle. Will it directly help him open Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan? Thinking of this, Uchiha Kido couldn't help feeling a little bit of anticipation in his heart. Under the organization of Uchiha Fugaku, the meeting quickly came to an end. Except for the three families that did not appear on the list, all the expedition members of the families have been finalized. The Uchiha clan sent 20 Jonin who opened the 3-Go Jade Sharingan, and 100 Chunin. The Hyuga clan sent 10 Jonin and 100 Chunin. The other ninjas also deliberated for a long time, and sent the most troops that the clan could accept. As for the families of several elders, Uchiha Fugaku naturally did not get used to it, and directly assigned hard tasks. Each family must send 15 Jonin and 200 Chunin to fight. As for whether Sarutobi Hiruzen and the two elders will agree, that is not something that Uchiha Fugaku should consider. Who put Sarutobi Hiruzen in a coma and went to the hospital, and the two members of the elders were not there. Since the person is not there, it is not up to Uchiha Fugaku to decide what to do. Anyway, we can't get enough ninjas at that time, so the Sarutobi family, the Sleeping family and the Mito family are delaying fighters. Just waiting to be liquidated after the war. As for the basic force of genin, which can be called cannon fodder, they are selected from among the civilian ninjas registered in the village. Civilian ninjas have no limited resources and potential. No matter which ninja village they are in, they are the best choice for cannon fodder. Cruel as it is, this is war. Without Sarutobi Hiruzen, the meeting went very smoothly, everything was finalized very quickly, and it was waiting for the whole army to go to the border the next day. As soon as he arrived at Konoha Hospital, Sarutobi Hiruzen woke up leisurely. Seeing the disheveled faces of Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura, I felt a wry smile in my heart. It was fun when he cheated money, but now that things are exposed, Sarutobi Hiruzen really wants to die. It took a lot of talking and agreed to a lot of conditions. Not only did they lose the 1 billion taels that came out of the pit, but they even paid back 500 million taels. Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura are willing to let go. With Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura settled, Sarutobi Hiruzen began to think about how to deal with the persecution of those ninjas. After all, Cloud Shinobi is only less than 100 miles away from the border of the Fire Nation, and may attack at any time. So no matter what, Konoha's ninja army will go to the border tomorrow to deal with Cloud Shinobi's sudden attack at any time. And he would also mention Shinosuke to the position of commander. Only in this way can Shinosuke have the reputation of ending the war after the war is over. With his help, ascend to the position of Hokage and continue the glory of the Sarutobi family. So tonight's pre-war meeting, Sarutobi Hiruzen must not be absent. But before Sarutobi Hiruzen could figure out why, Jihei had already brought the information scroll to the Sleepy Leaf Hospital. After all the meeting is over, the Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen should know what decisions were made at the meeting. And also need to leave some time for Sarutobi Hiruzen, Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura to draw ninjas from their own family. Uchiha Kido said that one night or half a night is more than enough to prepare for a war. Hokage-sama, the pre-war meeting has ended under the chairmanship of Uchiha Fugaku, the head of the Uchiha clan. Jihei handed the information scroll to Sarutobi Hiruzen and said lightly, "What?" Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes widened suddenly, with an expression of disbelief. ACCC Uchiha Fugaku presided over the meeting in his place, and the other ninjas agreed. Hastily opened the information scroll, just one glance at Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly felt his blood pressure soared and fainted before his eyes. But Sarutobi Hiruzen resisted to read the information. But after watching it, a trace of blood spilled from the corner of Sarutobi Hiruzen's mouth, and he collapsed on the hospital bed. Success is also 1 billion, failure is also 1 billion. He worked so hard to get 1 billion taels in exchange for the Uchiha clan to send troops. But the Uchiha family is good. A few words pushed him to the opposite of all the ninjas, and even bought all the ninjas in Konoha with the 1 billion he cheated. It means that the Uchiha clan killed his Hokage without spending a penny, and he was also recognized by all the ninjas in Konoha. And now because of his absence, Shinosuke's position as commander is gone, and the Sarutobi clan has to send a large number of troops. Given the grievances between Sarutobi Hiruzen and the Uchiha clan, Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't even imagine how many of these clansmen sent to the battlefield could come back alive. But now even if Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to make a change, it is impossible. After all, he is now on the opposite side of all ninjas, and even the Ino-Shikacho families of the original Hokage family have abandoned him. Now even if he gave an order, how many would obey it? The Sarutobi clan is gone. Sarutobi Hiruzen's mouth trembled for a while, a sad smile appeared on his face, he squeezed out a few words from his throat, and fainted in the next second. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's reaction, Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura suddenly had a bad feeling in their hearts. Quickly picked up the information from the hospital bed, and quickly scanned through the information at a glance, the faces of Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura suddenly turned pale. Why did the Uchiha clan treat the Shunshu family and the Mito family like this? We are the elders of the Konoha. Uchiha Fugaku has no right to order the Zanshu family and the Mito family. I do not recognize this order. I want to reconvene the meeting. Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura roared. This is an order signed by the Fugaku chief and all ninja village chiefs. It can be executed and cannot be changed. If the two elders insist on not carrying out the order, I'm afraid Anbu and the security team will go to the two elders' place first tomorrow. The situation at that time may not be what the two elders want to see. Jihei stood aside and said without emotion, Sarutobi Hiruzen has been isolated by all the ninjas, and Anbu is also under his control. Apart from the Sarutobi clan, Sarutobi Hiruzen's subordinates no longer have any power to use. So the paper cranes don't need to condescend to Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura anymore. After hearing the cold and emotionless words, Mitokado Homura and Udatane Kaharu stopped abruptly. The current situation seems to have completely exceeded their expectations. I hope the two elders can cooperate with Konoha's actions. Jihei walked towards the outside of the ward while talking, but paused slightly when he reached the door, then turned his head and said, After all, killing people is tiring. After the paper crane left, Mitokado Homura and Udatane Kaharu froze for a long time, and finally accepted the order helplessly. After all, they dare not gamble with the lives of their entire clan on whether Sarutobi Hiruzen will ever regain power. Early the next morning, a large group of ninjas of various races stood in front of the Hokage rock in the back mountain. And the most conspicuous position at the front is the Uchiha family led by Uchiha Kido. And Uchiha Fugaku stood in front of everyone, the position that originally belonged to Hokage. When it came time to set off, Sarutobi Hiruzen finally chose to lie on the hospital bed and did not rush to the scene. In fact, even if Sarutobi Hiruzen was not there, only some civilian ninjas expressed some doubts, and they were quickly drowned in the vast crowd. The ninja stationed at the border has sent news that the Cloud Shinobi army has arrived at the border. The enemy has arrived on the battlefield, and the war has begun. To protect my village, to protect my family. Uchiha Fugaku didn't talk nonsense at all, and explained the situation simply and clearly. Finally, he took a deep breath and roared loudly. Army attack! Roar! With a roar, everyone headed towards the border together. On the border of the land of fire, the land of Tang, and the land of sound, 4th Raikage listened to Mabui's report in his tent. Information from Anzi from Konoha village that the ninja army from Konoha village has set out and is expected to arrive at the battlefield tomorrow night. According to intelligence, this time Konoha has dispatched a total of 1,500 elite ninjas from major families and received 2,500 civilian ninjas for a total of 4,000 people. 4th Raikage nodded and said lightly. 3rd Hokage, the monkey is old but a bit courageous, daring to send so many troops to confront Cloud Shinobi head-on. But Mabui pushed his glasses, with a hint of doubt on his face. Master Raikage, this time it is not 3rd Hokage's claim. According to intelligence, Konoha's commander this time is Uchiha Fugaku, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. It was also Uchiha Fugaku who persuaded Konoha's major human races to gather such a huge force. After listening to Mabui's words, 4th Raikage asked with surprise and curiosity on his face. Then the old monkey has changed. How dare you let the Uchiha clan represent Konoha? The embarrassing status of the Uchiha clan in Konoha is considered public news in the ninja world. After all, with such a powerful ninja clan, Konoha was only used as a transport troop during the Third Ninja World War. It's clear that I don't want the Uchiha clan to participate in the war to accumulate fame. So facing Cloud Shinobi this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen was willing to dispatch the Uchiha clan, which made 4th Raikage feel very strange. Sorry, Shadow Tianping. That's where I'm puzzled. Mabui pushed his glasses and said calmly. Information shows that there were some accidents in the Konoha pre-war meeting, and then 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was sent to Konoha Hospital. From then on, Uchiha Fugaku temporarily took control of Hokage and became the commander of the ninja army. Accident? What accident? 4th Raikage asked. Sorry, Master Raikage, our Anzi has not yet participated in the pre-battle meeting with such a high authority, so the situation has not been known yet. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, 4th Raikage said indifferently. Whether it's Uchiha Fugaku or Sarutobi Hiruzen, Konoha can't be a match for Cloud Shinobi. With me and Bizai, it's only a matter of time before Konoha's defense is broken. 4th Raikage squeezed his fist and said confidently. It's a good thing Raikage-sama is confident, but Konoha should not be underestimated. After a moment of silence, Ma Bufo didn't decide to remind his own movie. There was a piece of information from Konoha's Anko. On the day our Cloud Shinobi ninjas performed their mission, 2 giants of light appeared in Konoha. The traces of the giant fight destroyed Konoha's entire back mountain and a part of Hokage Rock, and even the former Hokage assistant Shimura Danzo died in that battle. It's just that at the time, because the giant was too unbelievable, I thought it was a piece of false information, so I didn't report it for the time being. But I suspect that Konoha may have a forbidden technique that can summon the giant of light, and it is even possible that this is the forbidden technique of the Uchiha clan. That's why Master Raikage, you can despise your opponent strategically, but you must pay attention to it tactically. Mabui said with a serious face. Seeing the serious warning from the sackcloth, 4th Raikage frowned slightly, then nodded. I see, but Uchiha Fugaku will reach the border tomorrow night, right? 4th Raikage asked. Yes, then by tomorrow night you take a few teams to send Yusheng Zibo Fugaku a greeting. Let him know that Cloud Shinobi is not easy to mess with. 4th Raikage said to Killer Bee beside him. Killer B is the life and death brother of 4th Hokage and the captain of the Hokage Guard. At this moment, he stayed in the tent and heard everything. Okay, big brother, believe me, Konoha is definitely right, I can't guess. Must win. Killer B danced and the calendar sang strangely. Seeing the dancing Killer B, several veins popped out of 4th Hokage's head. Soon the time came to the next afternoon. Uchiha Fugaku led Konoha's army of ninjas and hurried towards the original place. Stop. At this moment, the Hyuga clan who were looking ahead suddenly stopped. What happened to Hizashi? Uchiha Fugaku asked. There are cloud shinobi ninjas ambush 800 meters ahead, and one of them has a terrible chakra. The veins around Hyuga Hizashi's temples are bulging, and it seems that his eyes have been opened all the time. Is there really an ambush? Uchiha Fugaku frowned slightly, and then said immediately. Zed, you take 50 Uchiha clan ninjas and your uncle Hizashi to explore the road ahead. Be careful not to fight if you are disturbed, the big troops will arrive soon. Uchiha Kido nodded, and with a wave of his hand, 50 members of the Uchiha clan stood up immediately. Uchiha Kido understands what Uchiha Fugaku means. After all, there are only 2 cage levels in this ninja army. As the commander, Uchiha Fugaku certainly can't take the risk by himself, so let him come. Jia, you must pay attention to safety, and don't be brave, this is not a child's play in war. When it was time to set off, Uchiha Fugaku couldn't help exhorting again. Uchiha Kido nodded, and rushed forward with Hyuga Hizashi and 50 ninjas of the Uchiha clan. Is it exposed? Killer B, who was hiding in the dark, saw the Konoha army suddenly stop. Then a ninja team rushed towards him alone, and he suddenly realized that his ambush should be discovered by Konoha. Blind eyes, ability, great. Chapter 91. Bayan has a 360-degree viewing angle and has the ability to see through things. You can clearly see each other's meridians, acupuncture points, and the flow of chakra in the human body. It is also the telescopic eye that can see into the distance and the inside eye with strong observation ability. By multiplying the ability of the eyes can see things within a radius of 1 kilometer. In terms of pure insight, it doesn't even surpass Sharingan. This kind of powerful ability can be called a sharp weapon on the battlefield. In order to protect this ability, the Hyuga clan created Caged Bird, and also separated the main family and branch house among the Hyuga clan. All branch houses have the Caged Bird mark on their foreheads from birth. And when someone wants to violently snatch Bayan, Caged Bird will take effect, destroying Bayan to ensure that Bayan will not be taken away. The 293 bird caged after the death of the branch house will also destroy the white eye, preventing someone from getting the secret of the white eye from the branch house's body. It is precisely because of the existence of Curse Mark, Caged Bird that even if 4th Hokage wants to make his village more supercilious, he can only take the risk and kidnap the daughter of the Hyuga family. However, after Killer B realized that his traces had been seen by the Hyuga tribe in Konoha, he also thought about not evacuating from the spot. The order given to him by 4th Hokage was to present an unforgettable meeting gift to everyone in Konoha who came from afar. The short 800-meter distance takes seconds for the men of Uchiha Kido. Stopping in front of what Hyuga Hizashi called an ambush, Uchiha immediately froze in private. Detonator. Is it really a simple and direct method? Uchiha Kido had a faint smile on his face. Thinking about the Knight of Nine Tails, he relied on the detonating talisman to assassinate Nine Tails and Uchiha Obito, and only then did he get a huge reward. Unexpectedly, there are still people picking up the explosion talisman to plot against him now. It's really a turn of events. In just a few years, has he become an invincible person in the eyes of others? Lightning style. Walk on the ground. The detonator, in essence, seals the violent chakra in a piece of paper, and the user leaves his own chakra in the paper. After leaving their own chakra, the user can remotely detonate the detonating symbol through this chakra. In this way, it is very simple to invalidate the detonating talisman, as long as the sealing technique of the detonating talisman is destroyed or the user's chakra is erased, its revenge will become a piece of waste paper. So when Uchiha Kido fired lightning style and walked away, all the detonating symbols hidden around him lost their effect. Asshole, idiot, if you have some strength, I will meet you. The detonator didn't work. Killer B jumped out of hiding and said to Uchiha Kido. Young patriarch, be careful, the chakra in this person is very powerful. And there are actually two kinds of chakra in his body. Hyuga Hazashi opened his eyes and said to Uchiha Kido solemnly. Uchiha Kido waved his hand casually to tell Hyuga Rizai not to panic, and then a smile appeared on his face. The first time he heard that strange tone, he recognized who the person in front of him was. Eight Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee. The perfect Jinchuriki who can perfectly control the power of the tailed beast is also one of the strongest in Cloud Shinobi Village. Did not expect to meet in this place. If we arrest Killer Bee now, wouldn't Yunying directly lose a top combat power? An idea popped up in Uchiha Kido's mind. When the time comes, let Uchiha Fugaku pin down the two-tailed Jinchuriki, and I will defeat Fourth Raikage. When I free my hand and catch the Erway Jinchuriki again, won't this war be won? Suddenly the key to the outcome of the war was in front of his eyes, and Uchiha Kido's face suddenly became extremely strange. Why does it feel like this war is being played like a house? But then Uchiha Kido shook his head, ignored that ridiculous idea, and looked at Killer Bee with burning eyes. Killer Bee's own strength is also good. When fighting against Sasuke's Eagle team, he performed superbly with 7 swords in one hand. If it weren't for Sasuke's Amaterasu Black Inflammation, which can be called rascally, and Killer Bee just wanted to use it to get rid of Fourth Raikage and learn real rap. Otherwise, Sasuke at that time could not have been Killer Bee's opponent at all. You are Eight Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee from Cloud Shinobi. Uchiha Kido said lightly. Yo, you should say, you are Master Jinchuriki. Killer Bee couldn't help but correct. Uchiha Kido froze for a moment, then fell silent. How could he forget that Killer Bee is the kind of character who can change the rhyme and teach people to understand his peculiar rap? Forget it, just talking about it is meaningless. It's better to see the real chapter directly. Saying that, Uchiha Kido drew a ninja knife from behind. After the battle with Uchiha Shisui, Thor's sword was also completely scrapped. For this reason, Uchiha Kido specially asked the Uchiha clan to help him build a ninja knife. It is worth mentioning that this ninja knife is completely made of chakra-conductive metal. And with the terrifying price of chakra-conductive metal, just one short sword cost a full 200 million taels. If it weren't for Uchiha Kido being the youngest of the Uchiha clan, and the patriarch has the entire Uchiha clan behind him, he would probably be reluctant to use such an expensive knife. After all, even Sarutobi Asuma, the son of the 30 million walking, third Hokage, was only willing to use chakra-conductive metal to build 2 short flying swallows. Not even Sarutobi Asuma can afford it. But expensive is expensive for a reason. In Uchiha Kido's feeling, the short sword, made entirely of chakra's traditional metal, is like an extension of his arm. Wherever chakra passed, there was no stagnation in the slightest. You only need to use 1/3 of the chakra of Thor's sword to get the same effect on the new ninja sword. This is equivalent to even if Uchiha Kido's sword skills and chakra have not improved at all, just changing the sword, the strength has tripled. Hitachi sword art. Draw the sword and slash. Starting with ordinary sword skills, try how strong the current Jillaby is. On the way to talk halfway, the only one who can rush to me is my uncle. Go away and give me a punch. Killer Bee continued to rap with his other rap tone, and didn't pay much attention to Uchiha Kido's seemingly ordinary knife. After all, Uchiha Kido's appearance is too deceiving. What kind of evil can a teenager have? Get out of the way quickly, or you will die. But at this moment, Eight Tails Gyuki and Killer Bee said hastily. Tailed Beast's powerful intuition told him that the child in front of him was not as simple as it appeared on the surface. Even he was secretly startled by the amount of chakra contained in that plain ninja sword. What? Killer Bee exclaimed, subconsciously wanting to draw the knife. He and Gyuki already have a bond and are the closest companions, and he believes in Gyuki's words unconditionally. Just when Killer Bee's hand just touched the handle behind the knife, Uchiha Kido's short sword was already in sight. Cut! A dazzling white light flashed past, and even the wind calmed down for a moment. Tentacle. Uchiha Kido looked at the huge tentacles that suddenly crossed in front of him, with a smile on his face. Did Eight Tails come to the rescue? Uchiha Kido said lightly. Just a little bit. Killer Bee will die under the temptation of Uchiha's assistant because of his own temptation. But at this critical moment, a huge tentacle protruded from behind Killer Bee and blocked Uchiha Kido's knife. And Killer Bee also took this opportunity to retreat in a hurry, and quickly opened the distance with Uchiha Kido. After standing still, Killer Bee's pupils shrank suddenly when he saw a hand left in place in many trees with smooth cuts. Is this guy so strong? Don't underestimate this guy in front of you, I can feel an extremely powerful force in his eyes. If you don't show your true skills, you might die here today. Eight Tails Gyuki's solemnity immediately caused a drop of cold sweat to drip from Killer Bee's forehead. Quickly retreat to the camp. Killer Bee didn't even look back, said to the Cloud Shinobi ninja who was also in ambush. This guy is too strong, I will stay behind. Yes. Even Killer Bee had to treat those Cloud Shinobi ninjas so seriously, he didn't even dare to fart and turned around, and ran towards the Cloud Shinobi camp without looking back. Young Patriarch, are we going to catch up? Asked the fellow ninja of the Uchiha clan. It's not necessary, it's just a group of minions, isn't the fish still there? Uchiha Kido waved his hand and said casually. Yes, young Patriarch. The ninja of the Uchiha clan said without hesitation. Killer Bee, I heard that your seven-sword style is very strange, let me see it today. Uchiha Kido said lightly. He even knows the Kidao style. It seems that he understands my information very well. And I don't know anything about him, so I'm in trouble. Killer Bee frowned slightly, feeling a bad feeling in his heart. Stop talking big, you are a child, how can you be my opponent, Mr. Killer Bee? You don't lose if you lose, Turabi shouted bravely. The enemy has already given up his usual rap tone. But saying so, the body is still very honest and clamped all 7 knives. Let's see the power of my uncle's wild green heron machete. Killer Bee said vaguely with a knife in his mouth. Yeah, then let me get to know you better. Uchiha Kido sneered, and his figure disappeared from the spot in an instant. Hitaki's sword art chasing the wind. Seeing the white glow on the Uchiha Kido knife, Killer Bee's pupils shrank slightly. From that point of view, Turabi deeply felt the threat of death. Desolate green heron cutter. Killer Bee didn't dare to neglect at all. With a slight tap of his toes, his whole body began to spin strangely like a spinning top. Fight up, down left, back right. Uchiha Kido's Sharingan has already been opened, and the eyes are constantly changing following the movements of Killer Bee, firmly capturing every movement of Killer Bee. The 7-knife style is really strange. When one knife is blocked, there are at least 3 other knives, which can pose a threat to you at any time. As long as there is a knife that is not noticed, there will be an offensive like a storm. After observing for a while, a flash of appreciation flashed in Uchiha Kido's eyes. And this saber technique can't even fully replicate Sharingan's replication ability. There are some actions that normal people can't do at all. It is estimated that 8 Tails Gyuki brought some changes to Killer Bee's body to make such anti-human actions. Uchiha Kido thought silently in his heart. Meanwhile, Killer Bee's surprise grew deeper and deeper. This guy's saber skills are getting faster and faster, and I wouldn't have been able to react to some of them if Shalba hadn't reminded me. When did the Uchiha clan have such a number 1 figure? Why is there no information about the village at all? Killer Bee thought anxiously. No, if this continues, his movements will become faster and faster, and I will not be able to react sooner or later. Thinking of this, Killer Bee and Uchiha Kido fought hard, and then jumped back with a rebound, throwing all 7 knives on their bodies into the air. Grabbing a handful casually, the Thunder attribute chakra poured into the short sword along the arm. Lightning style supersonic lightning style knife. The lightning arc on the short sword kept beating, and at the same time, a subtle buzzing sound entered Uchiha's trembling ears. Under the influence of the lightning attribute chakra, Killer Bee's speed increased by several points, and even Uchiha Kido didn't react for a while. Break it. Killer Bee gave a light drink, and the short sword in his hand immediately slashed on the blade in Uchiha Kido's hand. In his opinion, since Uchiha Kido has such sword skills at such a young age, he must have majored in sword skills at ordinary times, and most of his strength is definitely in this sword. As long as he cuts off his sword, Uchiha will definitely not be his opponent. And based on Uchiha Kido's age and strength, Killer Bee dares to conclude that Uchiha Kido's identity is absolutely extraordinary. With Uchiha Kido captured alive, Cloud Shinobi will have an important bargaining chip to force Konoha. But what Killer Bee didn't expect was that the supersonic lightning style knife, which is always invincible, not only didn't cut off the blade in Uchiha Kido's hand, it didn't even have a bigger gap. This is impossible. Seeing such a result, Rabbi John exclaimed immediately. The two broke apart at the touch of each other, and after a certain distance was drawn, Uchiha looked at the small gap on the Chunin knife in his hand, and a smile appeared on his face. Sure enough, it is worthy of the knife, which cost 200 million yuan. This quality is awesome. But Killer Bee's so-called ultrasonic lightning-style knife is indeed a good skill. Inject lightning-style chakra on the knife to strengthen the toughness and sharpness of the knife. Then use the Thunder Attribute Chakra's nature transformation to apply shock, so that it has the cutting ability to play Super Wind style. Hand-to-hand combat is perfect for cutting off other people's blades. And it may be the reason why he has fully mastered the form change and nature transformation of the Thunder Attribute Chakra. Inexplicably, Uchiha Kido felt that it was not difficult to learn this trick. Seeing that Killer Bee had no intention of attacking for the time being, Uchiha Kido simply began to simulate the attack according to the idea in his mind. There's something wrong with that knife. Killer Bee frowned and thought in his heart. Recalling the previous battle, the unusually thick white on the knife in Uchiha Kido's hand, suddenly a terrible guess emerged in Killer Bee's mind. It won't really let me meet a real prodigal son. Casting a knife entirely from chakra-conductive metal, such a terrible expense, even the son of Hokage would not dare to do it. A bitter smile appeared on Killer Bee's face at the thought. This time he didn't lose in strength, but in financial resources. Seeing the short sword mixed with chakra-conductive metal in his hand, Killer Bee suddenly felt that his blade was inferior to shit. But regardless of the quality of the blade, the fight must continue. After all, he can't stop hitting halfway, and wait until he spends his life savings to build a blade made entirely of chakra-conductive metal. Even if Killer Bee had enough money, Uchiha Kido would not give him this chance. After the previous confrontation, Killer Bee already understood that the speed of the young man in front of him was not at all inferior to his own, and even worse. Wanting to escape is just delusional. Once he exposed his back, he was greeted by Uchiha Kido's stormy attack. When the opportunity is lost, Killer Bee doesn't know if he can survive Uchiha Kido's horrible attack. Baby, I need your help, Killer Bee said to Eight Tails Yuki in his heart. Don't worry, bye, you can use my power as you like. Don't lose to that kid in front of you. After knowing that Uchiha Kido is a member of the Uchiha clan, Yuki is full of fear of Uchiha Kido. The scene of being suppressed by Uchiha Madara is still vivid in my eyes, and it has become a pain that can never be removed in Yuki's heart. And Yuki also felt a familiar and disgusting breath from Uchiha Kido's body. Even Yuki can't wait to show his true body, grab Uchiha Kido, and explore the secrets in Uchiha Kido's body. The Scarlet Tail Beast chakra gradually gushes out from Killer Bee's body, completely enveloping him, with two tails fluttering in the wind behind him. In just a split second, Killer Bee's aura was completely different from before. Does this start using the Tailed Beast coat? The change of Killer Bee immediately caught Uchiha Kido's attention. Seeing the Scarlet-Tailed Beast coat, Uchiha Kido closed his eyes slightly. He can also use the Tailed Beast coat, so he naturally knows how much the Tailed Beast coat can boost a ninja. What's more, Killer Bee is a very strong taijutsu ninja, and now he uses the Tailed Beast coat, which is a 1+12 increase. It seems that the next battle will be a snack backquote. Uchiha Kido murmured. The jade in his eyes began to rotate rapidly, and a delicate triangle appeared in Uchiha Kido's eyes. To deal with Jinchuriki, it is more certain to drive Mangekyo. Are you ready for my uncle's attack? Lightning-style supersonic lightning-style knife. Although Killer Bee was the first perfect Jinchuriki, the natural rage in the Tailed Beast chakra slightly affected Killer Bee's mind. With a roar, he stomped heavily on the ground, and suddenly a large pit appeared on the ground, splashing with rubble. And the figure of Killer Bee, including the coat of the Tailed Beast, disappeared instantly. The speed has nearly doubled, but the increase in the Tailed Beast's coat is still quite terrifying. Uchiha Kido raised the blade in his hand, thinking silently in his heart while injecting chakra. When the war is over, we must learn the sealing technique. When the seal of 9 tails can be cracked, we must collect more wool. No, it's fox fur. Although he was thinking wildly in his mind, the movements of Uchiha's hands were not slow at all. While the shining white light was shining on the ninja knife, the arc of lightning continued to jump, and when it was stepped up, there was a sound of gold and iron colliding for a week. At the same time, a shock wave spontaneously emerged from the place of collision, and spread out rapidly, blowing the fallen leaves of the surrounding trees rustling all over the sky. Uchiha Kido kicked hard, the ground was cracked inch by inch, he lifted his arm, and the figure of Killer Bee flew upside down. Hitaki's sword art lightning slash. As if lightning flashed, Killer Bee raised the short sword in his hand to try to block it. Just the moment of contact, like a hot knife cutting butter, the short sword in his hand was cut into two immediately without any hindrance. Seeing that it was unavoidable, Killer Bee leaned on the tails of the two-tailed beast coats, moved himself with difficulty, and narrowly avoided Uchiha Kido's knife. As a price, the two tails of the tailed beast's coat were immediately dissipated into the air by the light of the knife. However, the tail of the tailed beast's coat is just two groups of highly condensed chakra. Even if it is cut off, it will not have any effect on Killer Bee. In just a second, with the surge of Gyuki chakra, the tailed beast's coat was repaired immediately. Just looking at the slightly reddened and steaming incision on the short sword in his hand, Killer Bee couldn't help crying out. Sonic lightning style knife. I have seen this short sword Killer Bee a lot, so I am very familiar with it. It's just that it's common to see others cut off the knife, but I didn't expect that it was my turn to be cut in two. But a mere knife doesn't surprise Killer Bee so much. Killer Bee was surprised by Uchiha Kido's terrifying learning speed. It's only been a few seconds since he used the sonic lightning style knife. It's just that when he and Xiaobagu were preparing the tailed beast coat, Uchiha Kido completely cracked the secret of the supersonic lightning style knife, and he was able to use it proficiently. Even though the Sharingan of the Uchiha clan claims to be able to copy all ninjutsu except blood succession limit, this speed is too perverted. But Uchiha Kido was even more surprised when he saw his victory. For the knife just now, he just subconsciously integrated the lightning attribute chakra's nature transformation that he researched while using Hitaki's knife technique. Unexpectedly, the result turned out to be better than he expected. The one just now not only perfectly maintained the original power of Hitaki's knife technique, but also added the unparalleled cutting ability of the supersonic lightning style knife. That's when Killer Bee couldn't fully react. He cut off his knife continuously, and also cut off the tails of two-tailed beast coats. And Uchiha Kido was surprised to find that his supersonic lightning style knife seems to be no longer a ninjutsu, but a state. As long as he maintains the thunder attribute chakra infusion, the cutting ability of the Ultraman lightning style knife can always be maintained. Uchiha Kido was secretly delighted when he thought that his knife skills would have such an unparalleled cutting ability in the future. However, Uchiha Kido also found that although the state of the supersonic lightning style knife can be maintained, the consumption of chakra is also very fast. In just a few seconds no is good. Uchiha Kido felt that the chakra consumed was not inferior to an A-level ninjutsu. It's just a mere chakra. With an intermediate sage body, Uchiha Kido is the person with the most chakra in Konoha except Uzumaki Naruto. And with the practice of the lightning style body training secret technique, Uchiha Kido feels that his body is getting stronger and stronger, and the development of sage body is one step closer. And in this way, the chakra that Uchiha Kido can extract from the body is even more terrifying. So in terms of the amount of chakra, Uchiha Kido feels that with his current amount of chakra, even if you have been maintaining the state of supersonic vibration, thunder and knife, it is easy to persist for 5 minutes. If you count the recovery ability of Sage Body, if you don't use other ninjutsu, even for half an hour, Uchiha Kido thinks it is not impossible. And this time is extremely abundant for ninjas who can solve the battle within a few minutes. Backquote, sure enough, even without the system, I am still a peerless genius. Xiaoba, I need you to lend me more strength. This Uchiha kid is a pervert. It was just a meeting, and Killer Bee immediately had a judgment in his mind. At the beginning, Uchiha Kido was definitely hiding his clumsiness, because with the knife just now, Uchiha Kido's speed was more than doubled compared to before. And those eyes, Uchihasuke's eyes are definitely not ordinary Sharingan. Whether it is the patterns in the eyes or the powerful visual capture ability, they are completely different from the Uchiha clan he has encountered before. At this moment, Yuki also fell silent. Killer Bee didn't recognize those eyes, but he did. Mangekyo Sharingan, the ultimate power of the Uchiha clan, is tied with wood style as the strongest nemesis of tailed beasts. From the very beginning Yuki could sense that there was something very powerful and very evil in Uchiha Kido's eyes. But he never dared to imagine that a child who seemed to be only a teenager actually possessed the ultimate power. Is he the reincarnation of Uchiha Madara? Yuki silently thought in his heart, but even Uchiha Madara could not have such a powerful strength at such an age. Be sure to beat him. Mangekyo Sharingan must never appear in ninja world again. At the thought of this, the chakra on Yuki's body began to pour into Killer Bee's body like money. In an instant, the tail beast coat on the back of Killer Bee changed from 2 tails to 4 tails. Even the 5th tail is taking shape as the 8 tails chakra keeps pouring in. Roar! The powerful chakra brought Killer Bee an unparalleled feeling, and he couldn't help but growl. This feeling is really great. Killer Bee felt the power in his body, and couldn't help showing a smile on his face. It's just that under the cover of the dark red tail beast chakra, no one can see his smile. Hey, kid, let's see the real strength of my uncle. Before my uncle has his fill. But don't die. A trace of cruelty flashed in Killer Bee's eyes, and he stomped heavily. In an instant, all the rock formations under Killer Bee's feet collapsed, and all the vegetation within a radius of 50 meters was crooked. And under the powerful reaction force, Killer Bee's body wrapped in a thick-tailed beast coat, like a cannon, went towards Uchiha Kido at high speed. Ding! Without using the short sword, ACBE made the sound of iron and steel colliding just by colliding the nails of the tailed beast's coat with the ninja sword. Although, the price was that a huge gash was left on the nail of the tailed beast's coat. But under the surge of 8 tails Yuki chakra, the cut on the coat of the tail beast healed up quickly. The little devil has nothing to do with this uncle. Killer Bee laughed out loud, and rushed towards Uchiha Kido even more swiftly. Uchiha-style fencing flash cut. In an instant, dozens of Uchiha Kido figures appeared in all directions at the same time, and the Scarlet Mangekyo Sharingan captured every position of Killer Bee at any time. But Killer Bee ignored Uchiha Kido's slash. Even if the flash cutting will leave a long gash on the body, but relying on the powerful self-healing ability brought by the tail beast coat. Desperately and Uchiha Kido, trade injuries for injuries, trade lives for lives. And after Killer Bee got acquainted with the growth of the tailed beast's coat, the speed became faster and faster. Even if Uchiha Kido's speed is enough to leave dozens of afterimages, under the crazy destruction of Killer Bee, it will gradually be of no avail. Mangekyo Sharingan wanted Uchiha Kido to clearly capture every position of Killer Bee, but his body was gradually unable to keep up with Killer Bee's speed. This speed is a bit tricky. Looking at the blood-red Killer Bee in front of him, Uchiha Kido's eyes became more cautious, and at the same time, a strong fighting spirit ignited in his heart. Only by fighting the strong can we become stronger. Uchiha Kido murmured, and at the same time, silver arcs of lightning began to jump continuously on Uchiha Kido. Lightning-style ninjutsu, on. After defeating the Cloud Shinobi mission, Uchiha Kido also got the lightning-style ninjutsu from the system settlement rewards. And this lightning-style ninjutsu is a set of explosive ninjutsu developed by an unknown generation of Cloud Shinobi ninjas with reference to Jinchuriki's Star Beast Coat. The caster takes advantage of the strong ability to control the Thunder Attribute Chakra, and controls the Thunder Attribute Chakra to form a layer of Thunder and Lightning coat on the surface of the body. Under the stimulation of the Thunder Attribute Chakra, every cell in the body can burst out more powerful energy, thus allowing the caster to gain more powerful power in a short period of time. And the Lightning coat can also provide a certain defensive ability. It can be called a perfect set of explosive numbers with both offense and defense. It is because lightning-style ninjutsu has 2 high requirements for practitioners. First of all, they must have the Lightning Attribute Chakra and be proficient in the shape change and nature transformation of the Lightning Attribute Chakra. This time, it is necessary to finely control chakra, so that the originally violent Thunder-type chakra can stimulate cell activity without actually hurting itself. At the same time, it is necessary to control the Thunder Attribute Chakra to gather on the surface of the body to form a Thunder and Lightning coat while stimulating the cells. A series of harsh conditions also made this ninjutsu listed as forbidden technique by Cloud Shinobi. But for Uchiha Kido, although the practice of lightning-style ninjutsu is very difficult, it is still a piece of cake for him. What's more, after receiving the rewards from the system settlement, lightning style ninjutsu is like Uchiha Kido. With innate abilities, you can turn it on and off as you want. As long as it is not turned on for a long time, it will not cause any damage to the body at all, and at most it will enter a short period of fatigue after use. And now Uchiha Kido starts lightning style ninjutsu, and the last layer of silver-white lightning code gradually takes shape. Uchiha Kido was originally a handsome young man, but against the background of the silver-white thunder and lightning code, he looked like a banished fairy in the sky. Compared with Uchiha Kido, the blood-red Killer Bee is even more of a heaven and a hell. At this moment, this brat is still thinking about being handsome, and he doesn't pay attention to this uncle at all. In anger, Killer Bee spewed out 2 streams of white smoke from his nostrils, and the 5th and 6th tails formed at the same time. Several pieces of animal-tailed exoskeleton slowly covered Killer Bee's elbows and head, making Killer Bee look even more hideous. Die, brat, Killer Bee roared. His body turned into a stream of blood, and slammed into Uchiha Kido fiercely. 7 swords style, first 8 swords. And at this moment, Uchiha Kido's thunderbolt was completely formed, and a silver-white lightning arc jumped from his eyes. In an instant, the figure of Uchiha Kido disappeared in place. Killer Bee crashed into the air and flew into the woods without knowing how far it rolled. If it was Killer Bee in a normal state, he would definitely take this opportunity to escape back to the Cloud Shinobi camp. Only under the influence of the Tail Beast Chakra, even if Killer Bee is the unique and perfect Jinchuriki, he has been greatly affected mentally. Although able to maintain his own consciousness, the emotional mania always makes it easy for Killer Bee to ignore many things. For example, the speed of Uchiha Kido just now clearly violated common sense. The effect of this lightning coat is really good. The increase is almost as fast as that of Nine Tails' Tail Beast coat. Uchiha Kido looked at his thunder jacket, his eyes were full of surprises. Originally, Uchiha Kido thought that with his current strength, lightning style ninjutsu could bring him an increase of 10 to 20%, which would be great. Even the 3rd and 4th achievements are considered to be top of the sky, but I didn't expect this lightning style ninjutsu to be so strong. The greater the physical potential of the user, the greater the effect of lightning style ninjutsu. So Uchiha Kido, who has an intermediate sage body, has nearly doubled his body strength and speed after turning on lightning style ninjutsu. Such a large increase was never expected by Uchiha Kido. Now you don't have to worry about the speed of your body, you won't be able to keep up with your eyes. However, it is still necessary to make a quick decision. Lightning style ninjutsu is to temporarily gain powerful strength by stimulating the potential of the human body. It won't last long, Killer Bee must be resolved as soon as possible. Uchiha Kido felt his physical state and secretly made up his mind. 3 minutes. The fight must be resolved within 3 minutes. Uchiha Kido had just set a deadline for himself, then he frowned, his body dodged a few positions, and in the next second a bloody stream of light flew past the spot. After slamming away like a gourd for a long distance, Killer Bee realized that his own reaction could not keep up with the speed of his body now. Xiaoba, I've reached my limit. The next battle is up to you. Now Killer Bee is not the mature uncle he will be more than 10 years later. Although he has achieved a certain reputation in the Third Ninja World War, his own strength is far from reaching its peak. So seeing that the situation was wrong, he immediately handed over the control of his body to Eight Tails Gyuki. With Gyuki personally controlling it, the Berserk Tail Beast Chakra suddenly became docile, and the remaining 2 tails were born naturally. After the 8 tails are fully generated, Killer Bee's entire body is wrapped in a thick Tail Beast Chakra. The dark red Tail Beast coat makes Killer Bee look like a downsized 8 tails. Little ghost, your eyes make me very uncomfortable, it always reminds me of someone. Although I know that you are not him, but you belong to the Uchiha clan. Just let you eliminate the anger in my heart instead of him. 8 Tails Gyuki said. Upon hearing this voice, Uchiha Kido immediately understood that it was definitely not Killer Bee who said this. Besides Killer Bee, it can only be 8 Tails Gyuki, the tail beast sealed inside Killer Bee. Uchiha Madara, Uchiha Kido said firmly. Uchiha Madara is the only Uchiha clan who can beat 8 Tails. But 8 Tails wants to use him as a replacement for Uchiha Madara, and doesn't want to see if Uchiha Madara is worthy. After all, He is a great traveler, the host of the system. Although Uchiha Madara is strong, he almost became the biggest behind-the-scenes boss of the whole Hokage. But in the end, she still made someone else's wedding dress, and her reputation will be ruined forever. So Uchiha Kido should not be like Uchiha Madara. And even if it is the full body of 8 Tails, do you have the confidence that you can beat him? In order to let 8 Tails experience what is called social beating, Uchiha Kido resolutely activated the power of 9 Tails in his body. The orange-red chakra instantly envelops Uchiha Kido, the whole body. The 2 tails are also quickly formed, drifting slowly behind Uchiha's aid. And because of lightning-style ninjutsu, arcs of lightning jump in the tailed beast's coat. From a distance, it looks like Uchiha Kido's tail beast coat is inlaid with a layer of sparkling diamonds. Seeing chakra on Uchiha Kido, Yuki opened his mouth wide. Chakra from 9 tails, or you Jinchuriki from 9 tails? No, although this chakra has the smell of 9 tails, I don't feel the presence of a seal on you, nor does it have the smell of 9 tails. But then Yuki shook his head, rejecting his idea. But since you have chakra from 9 tails, I can't let you go. Tailed Beast Bomb. A large number of yin and yang chakra quickly gathered in Yuki's mouth, and a pitch-black energy ball quickly formed. Boom. Kamui. Behind Uchiha Kido is Konoha's army of ninjas. If this tailed beast falls into the army of ninjas, even if the war is won, it will be a tragic victory and the gain outweighs the loss. So the moment Yuki spit out the tailed beast bomb, Uchiha Kido immediately opened Kamui's space Uzumaki, and completely engulfed the star beast Jade in the body space. Time-space ninjutsu. You can even learn this tricky ninjutsu, what a troublesome brat. The tailed beast bomb didn't work, Yuki couldn't help but spit, Wang Sheng said. Tailed beast bomb barrage. Yuki's mouth opened wide, and the powerful chakra continuously gathered in his mouth. Tailed beast bomb is such a troublesome thing, you can't mess with it. It's not good if you hit people, even if you don't hit people, it's a sin to hit flowers and plants. Uchiha Kido said lightly. Mangekyo's Sharingan shimmered, and the red golden chakra quickly condensed into a huge arm, and slammed down on Yuki's head fiercely. Boom. With a muffled sound, Yuki's open mouth had to be closed under the strong external force. At this time, the powerful chakra gathered suddenly exploded violently due to the interference of external forces. Ah! Accompanied by a roar, the body of the raw ghost in the flames began to expand rapidly. And when the smoke cleared, 8 Tails, a complete body with white smoke spraying from its nostrils, suddenly appeared in front of Uchiha Kido. What's that? Tailed beast. Is Jia actually fighting this kind of monster? Even at a distance of nearly 1 kilometer, the huge body of 8 Tails is still clearly visible. And Uchiha Fugaku didn't expect that Cloud Shinobi would be willing to send a human pillar calendar in order to ambush Konoha's ninja army. No, you can't let Jia fight alone, I must go and have a look. In the Cloud Shinobi camp, the Cloud Shinobi ninjas who were ordered by Killer Bee to retreat finally returned to the Cloud Shinobi camp. But regardless of rest, those Cloud Shadow ninjas rushed to 4th Raikage's camp as quickly as possible and cried. Master Raikage, Master Killer Bee retreated to protect us, and are now surrounded by Konoha's Uchiha clan. What? Be surrounded by leaves? 4th Raikage immediately stood up, his face full of anger. Come on, come with me to rescue Bai. After finishing speaking, just as 4th Raikage stepped out of the tent, the huge body of 8 Tails Yuki in full body suddenly appeared in the eyes of everyone in Cloud Shinobi. Has the complete body been forced out so quickly? The strength of the Uchiha clan really cannot be underestimated. Then you wait, I'll come and save you now. The size is bluffing, but this chakra is far from 9 Tails. Feeling the full chakra of 8 Tails, Uchiha Kido shook his head and said disappointedly. Thinking of the jokes on the internet in the previous life, Uchiha Kido suddenly felt that maybe it was the real truth. Perhaps the old man of 6 paths is distributing the tailed beast chakra. 1 tail, 1 9 tails, 2 2 tails, 9 tails 2, until there are more, and the rest are all given to 9 tails. Based on chakra alone, 9 tails in full body on 9 tails night is stronger than its full body now. Kid, stop talking nonsense, this uncle is the strongest tailed beast. Yuki roared, and several huge tentacles slammed down on Uchiha Kido one after another. Boom boom boom. Uchiha Kido evaded all the tentacles with a few flashes of 750. But when he saw that Yuki's tentacles flying all over the sky did not intend to stop at all, he couldn't help but frown. These tentacles are really troublesome. Hitaki's sword technique: draw the sword and cut charge. Immediately, a white blade pierced the sky, and the 8 tentacles waving around stopped immediately. Ah! Yuki let out a cry of pain, and the 8 segmented tentacles of different sizes slowly slid down along the same incision, hitting the ground heavily. Since you don't want to stop, let's chop it up and make takoyaki, big octopus with 8 claws. Uchiha Kido maintained the posture of drawing the knife, and said lightly. Jia, are you alright? In a short time of fighting, Uchiha Fugaku also reached Uchiha Kido's side. Don't worry about it, Uchiha Fugaku hastily said with concern to 8 tails who lost their tentacles and howling. Father, why are you here? Uchiha Kido asked in surprise, but in the next second Uchiha Kido realized that he asked a stupid question. So who can't see the big 8 tails? But Uchiha Fugaku can see it, so it is certain that Cloud Shinobi must have discovered 8 tails. And Uchiha Fugaku can come to support, so why can't 4th generation Shadow? If the movie brings 2 more perfect Jinchuriki by Wooden Golem, the 2-tailed. I'm afraid he and Uchiha Fugaku alone may not necessarily be the opponents of the 3 people on the opposite side. It seems that we still need to deal with this big guy first. Uchiha Kido murmured. As soon as the words fell, golden chakra gushed out from Uchiha's body in an instant. The red gold bones were formed in an instant, and the meridians were filled with flesh and blood in an instant. The next second, the red golden Susanoo stood up, and a golden lightsaber appeared in Susanoo's hand with a flip of his right hand. For a quick fix on a big guy like 8 tails, Uchiha Kido thinks a similarly sized Susanoo would be a better option. Susanoo. The appearance of the red gold Susanoo immediately attracted the attention of 8 tails. For a moment, even the pain of the tentacles being severed was forgotten by 8 tails. Uchiha clan kid, you really inherited the evil power of Uchiha Madara. Yuki roared, chakra surged wildly, and the 8 severed tentacles were repaired instantly. 8 volumes of tailed beasts. The 8 huge tentacles quickly wrapped 8 tails' body in it, and began to rotate rapidly. Under the agitation of the tentacles, the huge storm quickly took shape. For a moment, I don't know how many trees rose from the ground under the sweep of the storm, carrying huge soil and flying towards Uchiha Kido. You've been desperately trying to zoom in, then try my big move too. Susanoo all slash. The light of the knife flashed, and the world seemed to press the stop button, whether it was a raging storm or trees flying in the sky. Even the whirling 8 tails seemed to come to a standstill for a split second. Then, as if the power of purification spread, the trees flying around were like stains on the painting paper. After the eraser is wiped, the existing traces are completely erased. Under such terrifying power, half of 8 tails' body was instantly shattered. The intact unicorn was also broken into 2 under this golden blade light. Boom! A white smoke rose, and the huge 8 tails disappeared in an instant, leaving only the bloody killer bee falling powerlessly from midair. Take it, Uchiha Kido said lightly, reaching out Susanoo's hand to catch the killer bee who was falling from midair. Hell Spike 4 hands. Accompanied by a loud shout, 4th Raikage's body was covered with lightning, and in an instant, he crossed a long distance and poked directly on Susanoo's right arm. Crack! With a crisp sound, 4th Raikage frowned suddenly. No breakdown. As one of the strongest methods of the 4th Raikage, even if it is only 4 hands, even an ordinary hill will be crushed in an instant. Even a full 8 tails can't withstand this attack, leaving a huge hole in the body. Is the defense of this giant stronger than that of the tailed beast? It's troublesome. 4th Raikage murmured, punched Susanoo hard, and jumped towards Kiribi with the counterforce. This is the number 1 speed in the ninja world. As expected, 4th Raikage will be lightning-style ninjutsu. Just 4 hands, the speed is already comparable to my opening tail beast coat. Uchiha Kido was also full of surprise, and then glanced at his own Susanoo's right arm. Moreover, it only broke Susanoo with 4 guansho. Doesn't that guansho have to be completely defended to be able to defend? As a Susanoo user, Uchiha Kido can clearly feel Susanoo's right arm. The place where the 4th Raikage attacked also had cracks. Although it is so subtle that it cannot be detected without looking closely, for Zebo-Jia, this means that Susanoo's defense is no longer a panacea. However, at the speed of 4th Raikage, he still lost to Namikaze Minato. Sure enough, the real speed still belongs to space ninjutsu. Uchiha Kido silently made up his mind that when he returned to the village, he must get the Book of Seals. No matter whether he can learn it or not, at least he must get the cultivation method of Flying Thunder God. 4th Raikage. Seeing the person clearly, Uchiha Fugaku exclaimed, the Mangekyo Sharingan opened instantly, and the dark red chakra began to surge around his body. The dark red chakra bone is quickly molded, and the Uchiha Fugaku is wrapped in it. There's another one. Just why is Uchiha Fugaku's red? Azabui's information clearly says it's green. Seeing Uchiha Fugaku's movements clearly, 4th Raikage frowned tightly. Before he could think about it, 4th Raikage caught the bloody Killer Bee and smashed it to the ground. With 4th Raikage on his back, Killer Bee didn't get hurt any worse. By Wooden Golem, go fast with Killer Bee. 2 by Wooden Golem. Cloud Shinobi's high-end combat power is here. 4th Raikage, do you want to start the decisive battle early? Hearing 4th Raikage's words, Uchiha Kido frowned and thought silently. But then Uchiha Kido thought about it, and now he is in full swing, and it is the time when he is the strongest. Now that 4th Raikage came to the door with the strongest combat power, he simply took the opportunity to defeat and capture them all and end the war directly. Although in this way, the people of the Uchiha clan will not get the exercise they deserve, and the people of the Sarutobi clan will not suffer any loss. But for Uchiha Kido, if he defeats Cloud Shinobi in one fell swoop, the rewards that will be settled by the system will definitely be indispensable. And at this moment, out of the corner of Uchiha Kido's eyes, a female ninja with beige straight hair and long braided waist suddenly appeared. Master Bai, are you okay? I will take you away now. The two took Killer Bee from 4th Raikage by Wooden Golem, turned around and fled towards the Cloud Shinobi camp in the distance. If you want to escape, have you asked me? There was a sneer in Miss Uchiha's eyes, and the golden light on Susanoo flashed, and the insignificant crack caused by Raikage was completely repaired. Konoha Fluid Art Gang Fist. Uchiha Kido's thoughts flashed across. Susanoo's right fist was clenched, and it hit the two of them hard in the direction of Wooden Golem. Although the straight punch is just the simplest straight punch, the unparalleled oppressive force brought by the huge body still made the pupils of the two Wooden Golem shrink subconsciously. Get out of the way, Wooden Golem, or you'll die. The cat said anxiously in Wooden Golem's body again. For a moment, the blue chakra pattern of the two-tailed cat appeared on the surface of Wooden Golem's body, and the long braids immediately unraveled and floated in the air. Hey, your opponent is me. 4th Raikage let out an angry roar, and his right fist was suddenly thunderous. Heavy Storm. A large amount of Raikage chakra is concentrated at the elbow area of 4th Raikage. The powerful physical strength drives the chakra of Violent Thunder attribute. Two seemingly incomparable fists collided fiercely. Under that overwhelming force, the rock formation at the foot of 4th Raikage cracked inch by inch, and a large pit with a diameter of over 100 meters was formed instantly. A powerful shock wave spread out rapidly from the impact point, rolling up layers of dust. Crack, click. With a few crisp sounds, the two wooden golems were surprised to find that several cracks had appeared on the red gold giant's hands. Master Raikage won. Immediately endless joy flooded the hearts of the two, led by Wooden Golem. It's just that when the two wooden golems turned their eyes to 4th Raikage, Wooden Golem couldn't believe his eyes for a while. Raikage, who once cut off the horns of 8 tails with one hand, now has one hand hanging limply by his side. Bean-sized cold sweat kept oozing out on his forehead. In the fight, 4th Raikage actually lost, and even broke an arm. It's too big. 4th Raikage's face was extremely ugly. He originally thought that Susanoo's strength was due to her strong defense ability and the golden lightsaber in her hand. As for its own strength, even if it is very strong, it will definitely not be so strong. After all, there is no truly perfect ninjutsu in the world, which can allow people to have unparalleled attack power while having strong defense power. Therefore, even though 4th Raikage felt that he had paid enough attention to it, he did not expect that he was still missing a move. If it weren't for his extremely strong body, I'm afraid he would be smashed into meat sauce on the spot with this punch. Go away by Wooden Golem and leave me alone. Fourth Raikage shouted immediately. Take Bai back to the Cloud Shinobi camp. As long as you leave, these people can't stop me. Yes, Lord Raikage. Hearing the words of Fourth Raikage, the two subconsciously shouted by Wooden Golem. Immediately she realized that Fourth Raikage wanted to be like his father, to stop the enemy's army alone and cover the departure of his companions. Jia, I'll deal with Fourth Raikage, you go and stop that Jinchuriki. Uchiha Fugaku also understood that for this ambush, Cloud Shinobi dispatched 2 Jinchuriki, and even Fourth Raikage went into battle himself. If Uchiha Kido's strength was not strong enough, far beyond Cloud Shinobi's imagination, Konoha might have suffered a heavy loss this time. And now Jinchuriki at the end of the pack is seriously injured and has lost his fighting ability, and Fourth Raikage has also broken an arm, so his fighting ability is not as good as before. If the Irway Jinchuriki can also be captured together, then Konoha has already grasped the overall initiative in this war. After all, with Raikage and the 2 Jinchuriki captured by Konoha, what hope is there for Cloud Shinobi to come back? But Uchiha Fugaku knew it too. Although he also has Mangekyo Sharingan, in terms of real hard power, Fourth Raikage is much stronger than him. While Jinchuriki is hailed as the ultimate weapon of the village, Uchiha Fugaku thinks that he might not be the opponent of the 2 Wooden Golem. But now, Fourth Raikage has broken an arm, and his combat power is not as good as before. Uchiha Fugaku feels that his chance has come. As long as it can stop Raikage for a while, when Uchiha Kido solves the second-tailed Jinchuriki, Fourth Raikage will definitely not be able to escape. Uchiha Kido didn't think much about it, he caught everyone first. So after hearing what Uchiha Fugaku said, he immediately manipulated Susanoo to chase after the 2 wooden golems. Fire Rat Jade. Seeing the figure of Uchiha Kido, the two immediately formed a seal in the hands of Wooden Golem, and a rat-shaped fireball spurted out. Uchiha Kido didn't dodge or evade this, and let the Fire Mouse Jade hit Susanoo's left arm. After the hit, the Huo Mouse Jade immediately dispersed into many balls of dark blue flames, attached to the left arm, and began to burn violently. For a moment, the red-gold Susanoo's left arm seemed to be completely ignited, and the dark blue flame continued to spread outward. However, the Fire Rat Jade is not the inextinguishable Amaterasu black flame. Without the support of the follow-up chakra, the dark blue flame is also quickly extinguished. And when the flames dissipated, the red-gold chakra was not affected at all, not even a piece of scorched black. Such terrifying defensive power made the two of them, led by Wooden Golem, feel a little desperate. Although she also perfectly mastered the ability of Irway Maoyu. But in terms of strength, the cat is far behind Eight Tails, not to mention defeating Uchiha Kido of Eight Tails. Tail Beastization. Unlike other tailed beasts, the chakra of the two-tailed cat is faint blue. Under the blue chakra package, the eyes of the 2 wooden golems suddenly turned white. Just keep your mouth shut and say, in case the latter two, chakra, who is constantly inspired by Wooden Golem, wants to enter a completely tailed beast form. Only then will she be strong enough to face Susanoo in Uchiha Kido. Tailed beast again. It's just such a trick of coming and going, it's really disgusting. Uchiha Kido said lightly, if you only have this ability, then you should sleep for a while. Look into my eyes. Distinguished Heavenly God's Light. Distinguished Heavenly God's Ray, an extension of Uchiha Shisui Mangekyo Sharingan's ability. Similar to Tsukuyomi, it pulls the spirit of the enemy into an illusion space completely controlled by itself, instantly reducing its spirit to ashes, causing great damage. After beheading Uchiha Shisui, Uchiha Kido also got this bug-like pupil technique. And Uchiha Kido didn't expect that the 2 wooden golem actually looked up into his eyes. In this case, Uchiha Kido was not polite, and a red light flashed on Sharingan, and the two of them, Wooden Golem, fell into a sluggish moment. By Wooden Golem, don't meet his eyes, run. The cat quickly reminded in Wooden Golem's body. It's just that no matter how the cat calls, Wooden Golem doesn't respond, and even the process of tailed beastization has stopped. Illusion Solution. For Jinchuriki, ordinary illusions do not work at all. Because the tailed beast is sealed in the body, even if it is under the illusion, as long as the tailed beast's chakra fluctuates slightly in the body, Jinchuriki can immediately break free from the illusion. But Distinguished Heavenly God's Light is not an ordinary illusion. The moment Wooden Golem looked into Uchiha Kido's eyes, the strongest illusion had already taken effect. Part of the spirit of Wooden Golem has been completely destroyed by Uchiha Kido, and it will never be restored in a short time. Therefore, Mao Yu's chakra fluctuation not only failed to wake up the two wooden golems, but instead, with a groan, Wooden Golem fell to the ground slowly. By Wooden Golem. Seeing the fallen figure of Wooden Golem, Fourth Raikage roared angrily. For a moment, the thunder attribute chakra on Fourth Raikage's body went berserk instantly, and each hair stood upright. Lightning-style chakra mode. Full state. With a dodge, Fourth Raikage disappeared from Uchiha Fugaku's eyes. The speed was so fast that Uchiha Fugaku's Mangekyo Sharingan could not catch Fourth Raikage's figure. Hell Spike 3 hands. The figure of Fourth Raikage flashed, and Uchiha Fugaku Susanoo's right arm disintegrated instantly. But Uchiha Fugaku didn't care about it, and the first time Fourth Raikage appeared, Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power frantically stimulated. Amaterasu. Immortal Amaterasu black flame immediately appeared in front of Fourth Raikage. Fourth Raikage frowned slightly when he saw the black eyes flying towards him, stepped a little, and dodged quickly to avoid it. Amaterasu was dodged. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Fugaku was shocked. Hell Spike Urban Guansho. When the tyrannical voice of Fourth Raikage came, Uchiha Fugaku immediately entered a defensive state, and Susanoo's right arm quickly recovered and was firmly blocked in front of his chest. Uchiha Fugaku's moves were futile though, as Fourth Raikage wasn't targeting him at all. Fourth Raikage's body was covered with thick thunder attribute chakra, which was enough to avoid Amaterasu's black flame at full speed, and immediately turned into a blue streamer. If it weren't for Uchiha Kido Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power being strengthened systematically. By the way, the dynamic vision has also been improved, otherwise it may not be possible to capture the movements of Fourth Raikage. But even if you saw it, it would be of no avail. Susanoo's huge size meant that his evasive movements would not be too fast. Hell Spike Urban Guansho, in fact, is to concentrate the thunder attribute chakra that has undergone ultimate shape change and property transformation on one's fingers, so that one's fingers have unparalleled penetrating ability. And with the reduction in the number of fingers, the power of Hell Spike will also be greatly improved. When the number of fingers is reduced to 1, the Hell Spike one hand is the origin of Third Raikage's strongest spear. And Fourth Raikage, who inherited his father's Third Raikage's physique and ninjutsu, is now displaying the power of the second skill, not at all weaker than Third Raikage. Two fingers with violent thunder attribute chakra, heavily point on the breastplate of Uchiha Susanoo. In just an instant, several cracks appeared on Susanoo's breastplate. Guillotine drop. Lightning-style chakra concentrated at the feet of Fourth Raikage and kicked hard from top to bottom. So powerful that even Uchiha Kido's Susanoo couldn't help but take a step back. But that's just a step back. What the hell is this? Seeing that his attack failed to achieve the desired effect at all, Fourth Raikage couldn't help but cursed in his heart. No more fights. The right arm is injured, and I can't break this turtle shell with all my hands. And you Wooden Golem can't wait any longer. For a moment, many thoughts flashed through Fourth Raikage's mind, and when he came back to his senses, a huge fist had already appeared in front of him. Are you distracted while fighting me? Uchiha Kido said lightly. Being in midair, there was nothing to draw on. Facing Susanoo's punch, Fourth Raikage had no choice but to punch it hard. Boom! With such a forceful punch, Fourth Raikage fell like a meteor, leaving a bottomless pit on the ground. But in the next second, the pit exploded immediately, and Fourth Raikage jumped out of the pit with a red and swollen face. Hell Spike one hand. Fourth Raikage roared, and the thunder attribute chakra instantly gathered on his intact left hand. The power of a monster is not known how many times stronger than the previous 4 books and 3 books. Uchiha Kido was also secretly vigilant in his heart. Just in case, Uchiha Kido opened Vientiane's field early and waited for Fourth Raikage to throw himself into the trap. With a roar, Fourth Raikage's speed increased to ultimate in an instant. With blue streamers, even Uchiha Kido's enhanced Mangekyo Sharingan barely caught Fourth Raikage's movements. Seeing the blue streamer getting closer and closer to him, Uchiha had a sneer on his face. It's over. As long as Fourth Raikage steps into his Vientiane Qian Lihao domain, the war between Cloud Shinobi and Konoha can be declared over before it even started. What Uchiha Kido didn't expect was that, just one step away, Fourth Raikage would enter his Vientiane field. But before taking this step, Fourth Raikage actually changed direction, and the blue streamer ran straight towards Killer Bee and Wooden Golem's place, and quickly ran. Ninja instinct. There was a hint of surprise on Uchiha Kido's face. Could it be that the Fourth Raikage temporarily changed its direction after sensing the existence of the Vientiane realm? Or is it that Killer Bee and Wooden Golem were the goal of Fourth Raikage in the first place, and the so-called consistent hand is just to attract his attention? A reckless man actually played the art of war. Uchiha Kido couldn't help complaining in his heart. Subconsciously wanted to stop Raikage's movement, but before he could do it, Uchiha helped himself to stop abruptly. He suddenly felt that it was more in line with his idea to let Raikage lead the escape. Fourth Raikage broke his arm, and Eight Tails was cut into half by him and hid directly in the sealed space, absolutely unable to recover in a short time. As for the Erwei Jinchuriki by Wooden Golem, the spirit of the body has been destroyed by the light of distinguished heavenly gods, and it is very likely that it will be a vegetable from then on. Cloud Shinobi's 3 top combat powers lost 2.5 in this battle. It can be said that Konoha has won this war. His achievements in defeating Fourth Raikage and severely injuring Eight Tails Jinchuriki and Two Tails Jinchuriki are even more irrefutable. It doesn't hurt at all for Uchiha Kido to hone his tribe with a must-win war, and it may even give him a few more boosts in the future. The only thing to worry about is whether Fourth Raikage will withdraw his troops directly after fleeing back. After all, Uchiha Kido sent Raikage back just to make the war not end so easily. At least let the accompanying clansmen fight with real swords and guns on the battlefield. With the characteristics of the Uchiha clan, after seeing real blood dripping on the battlefield, I am afraid that many people will activate the 3-Tomo Sharingan under the stimulation of the war. If this is the case, the Uchiha clan will have a lot more Jonin, and they will all be directly elite Jonin. But that being said, the exact outcome will depend on the Fourth Raikage's decision. That's the second Uchiha Kido wondered if he should keep Raikage. Fourth Raikage had already skimmed Uchiha Kido's Susanoo, carried the Killer Bee and ran a few hundred meters by Wooden Golem. Seeing this, Uchiha Kido is now sure that Fourth Raikage's single-handed play just now was just for bluffing. His real purpose is to take away Killer Bee and Wooden Golem. Although I decided to let you escape, it doesn't feel good to be teased. Looking at the direction in which Fourth Raikage was escaping, Uchiha Kido said lightly. So this knife should be regarded as my gift for you to escape from birth. As for whether you can accept it, it depends on your ability. Susanoo slash. Control Susanoo to slash in the direction Fourth Raikage left. A burst of sword energy burst out from the 40-meter-long golden lightsaber, leaving a deep knife mark along the direction Raikage left. Ah! There was a scream in the distance, and Uchiha showed a faint smile on his face. Releasing Susanoo, Uchiha Kido slowly fell from the air and nearly stumbled when he landed. As soon as the buff effect on his body was turned off, a sense of weakness flooded into Uchiha Kido's mind. Although this lightning-style ninjutsu works well, the weak feeling is really annoying. It was almost embarrassing, and Uchiha Kido was also a little upset. It's just that Uchiha Kido didn't know that his almost falling had increased his prestige a lot. I have heard about the power of Uchiha Kido, and the ninjas of Konoha's various ninja clans. But how powerful is it? Other than the red gold giant that is tens of meters high, there is no second impression. And now Uchiha Kido fought bloody, tried his best, hit Eight Tails Jinchuriki and defeated Fourth Raikage, which left a deep impression in the hearts of everyone. But more is just that this ninja who is as powerful as a god as the young patriarch of the Uchiha clan. In their view, Uchiha Kido is more like a god in the sky, which is out of tune with mediocre them. But now they discovered that the gods also have weak times, and they seem to be no different from the mediocre ones, just slightly stronger people. The relationship between Uchiha Kido and Konoha people was shortened at once, and the weakness after trying their best made Konoha shinobi full of respect for Zebogia. Uchiha Kido doesn't feel much about it. While the feeling of weakness came like a tide, the mid-level sage body quickly did its thing too. In just half a minute, the feeling of weakness has weakened a lot, and the influence on Wang Uchiha Kido is also close to Qianzhong. Seeing Uchiha Fugaku with a guilty face on the side, Uchiha Kido suddenly understood after thinking about it. Uchiha Fugaku was blaming himself for not stopping Fourth Raikage, allowing Fourth Raikage to take Killer Bee and Wooden Golem. If he holds down 4th Raikage desperately, will Uchiha Kido be able to wipe out the 4th Raikage group? Rather than like this, the bamboo basket fetches water in vain, and no one is left behind. Come to Uchiha Fugaku, Uchiha Kido said with a smile. ACAF. Father, don't blame yourself, I let 4th Raikage go on purpose. Jia, you don't need to comfort me. Uchiha Fugaku shook his head with a wry smile. What a feat it is to defeat the shadow of a village. And put Raikage back, the war will not end easily. How could Uchiha help take the life of his companions as a joke? Seeing Uchiha Fugaku's expression, Uchiha Kido immediately understood what Uchiha Fugaku was thinking. Uchiha Kido moved closer to Uchiha Fugaku's ear, and said softly in a voice that only 2 people could hear. Father, all I want is that the war not end so easily. What? Uchiha Fugaku exclaimed, and couldn't believe his ears. 8 Tails has been severely injured by me and cannot recover in a short time, and Jinchuriki, the 2nd tail, has also been destroyed by me, and I am afraid that he will not be able to go to the battlefield. Cloud Shinobi is now nothing but 4th Raikage with a broken arm. Konoha has already won this war. Uchiha Kido opened his mouth to explain. Hearing this, Uchiha Fugaku nodded, which is indeed the case. If Cloud Shinobi had no way of dealing with Uchiha Kido who could defeat 4th Raikage, then the battle could indeed have been declared Konoha's victory. It's just that Uchiha Fugaku still doesn't quite understand. What is the inevitable relationship between this and Uchiha Kido's letting 4th Raikage go back? Father, I want this war to continue, and the Uchiha family also needs the baptism of this war. Besides, there are some moths, and it is inevitable to feel disgusting if you do it yourself. It is naturally better to have Cloud Shinobi help us do it for us. A sneer appeared on the corner of Uchiha Kido's mouth, and he said lightly. After listening to Uchiha Kido's words, Uchiha Fugaku suddenly became enlightened. I see. Uchiha Fugaku nodded, sighing involuntarily. I didn't expect you to think of so many things in that short moment. Sometimes I wonder if you were really only 10 years old. But you, Itachi and Sasuke are the best gifts Makoto gave me. Hearing this, the smile on Uchiha Kido's face froze immediately. He also didn't expect to be able to eat Uchiha Fugaku and his mother's dog food during the war. Just about to say something, Uchiha Fugaku continued. From now on, the 3 of you brothers will also be the most solid shield of the Uchiha clan. From now on, the Uchiha clan will be handed over to you. After speaking, Uchiha Fugaku had a look of relief on his face. So leave the Uchiha family to me, and you and your mother Uchiha Makoto go to Langjitianya to enjoy the world of 2. For a moment, Uchiha Kido doubted whether he was his own, and he was still fighting. Is it really okay to say these things? After a while, the sharp-eyed guard ninja of the Cloud Shinobi camp noticed that a cloud of smoke was rushing towards him. Master Raikage is back. Master Raikage, what's the matter with you? Medical ninja, go and call the medical ninja. From a long distance, Cloud Shinobi's guard ninja found that his own Raikage-sama was covered in scarlet and blood. Before the 4th Raikage reached the Cloud Shinobi camp, he staggered and fell to the ground. Seeing that he had come to Cloud Shinobi's camp, 4th Raikage said with a weak face. Go and bring the medical ninja over here. Immediately, one of the guarding ninjas came out and ran towards Ouchi. And the other Cloud Shinobi ninjas in charge of the guard were surprised to find out. Wasn't the one that 4th Raikage was holding in his arms covered in bruises and blood all over his body the 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, the guard of Raikage? And isn't the corpse-like female ninja on 4th Raikage's shoulders Cloud Shinobi's 2-tailed Jinchuriki led by Wooden Golem? 1 Shadow and 2 Jinchuriki came back in such a panic. Could it be that Konoha was personally led by 3rd Hokage this time, and 9 Tails Jinchuriki was present in person? But even the 9 Tails Jinchuriki shouldn't have such a strong strength. Hand, Lord Raikage's hand is missing. As if seeing something terrifying, a guard ninja shouted in horror. Only then did everyone realize that 4th Raikage pulled the 2 back from Wooden Golem instead of carrying or supporting them. On closer inspection, 4th Raikage's right arm has disappeared. And the fracture was cut so neatly that many ninjas in Cloud Shinobi didn't notice it at the first time. Meanwhile, the Cloud Shinobi ninjas discovered that it wasn't just 4th Raikage who had lost an arm, Killer Bee's left arm was also missing. The blood on Killer Bee's body does not only come from the bruises all over the body, the massive bleeding from the severed arm is the main source of the red clothes. What was thought to be a simple ambush actually caused 4th Raikage and 2 Jinchuriki to suffer such serious injuries. For a time, the entire Cloud Shinobi camp seemed to be covered with a cloud, and everyone lost confidence in the war. After a while of flying around, the 3 of 4th Raikage were immediately sent to the wartime hospital in the Cloud Shinobi camp. After Tsunade raised the importance of medical ninjas, the 5 major ninja villages are equipped with medical ninjas. After examining 4th Raikage's injuries, all the medical ninjas fell silent. The right arm disappeared, and the chakra meridian of the left arm was severely damaged. 2 ribs were severely fractured, and all other bones in the whole body had fractures to varying degrees. So Master Raikage fought 9 tails, an elderly medical ninja said in disbelief with shock in his eyes. He's an old man at Cloud Shinobi Hospital and was working at Cloud Shinobi Hospital even before 4th Raikage took over. It's just that in all these years, he has never seen 4th Raikage suffer such a serious injury. Even when 8 Tails rioted, 4th Raikage abruptly and 8 Tails fought hand to suppress 8 Tails, 4th Raikage's injury was far less serious than this time. Not to mention, 4th Raikage lost an arm this time. So in the eyes of this medical ninja, the 4th Raikage could be subject to such a serious blow. Except for the legendary 9 Tails who is more powerful than 8 Tails, there is probably no second possibility. Could it be the red gold giant that appeared just now? A trace of doubt flashed in the eyes of the medical staff, and then they quickly shook their heads and stopped thinking about it. If the medical ninja who treated Raikage was silent, then the medical ninja who checked Killer Bee's injuries was full of disbelief. The left arm disappeared. There were countless fractures and cracks all over the body, and there was not even an inch of good skin. After an in-depth inspection, the internal organs were ruptured to varying degrees. The chakra meridians in the whole body are not even 1 in 10. If it weren't for a strange chakra that kept Killer Bee's heart beating. The medical ninjas almost felt that 4th Raikage was desperately trying to save a corpse. It is precisely because of this that the medical ninjas feel a headache about Killer Bee's injury. If it weren't for knowing that Jinchuriki has an extraordinary recovery ability, I am afraid that the medical ninjas would have decided to give up the treatment of Killer Bee. But even so, they are not sure when Killer Bee will recover or even if Killer Bee can survive. As for the 2 medical ninjas led by Wooden Golem, they are completely helpless. After all, from the surface of the body, the 2 wooden golems have no injuries at all except for a few physical abrasions. There was neither a broken arm, nor a fracture, nor even internal turmoil. Physically a health ninja at his peak. It's just strange that no matter what they did to the 2 wooden golems didn't have any reaction other than the instinct of the body. It should be the mental trauma left by the illusion. A medical ninja frowned, trying to judge. But what kind of illusion can leave such a heavy mental trauma that the body consciousness is completely silent? Another medical ninja said with a puzzled face. It's the Sharingan pupil technique. By Wooden Golem, suddenly opened his eyes, and said lightly. You. The medical ninja was about to speak immediately, when he suddenly realized that the wooden golem in front of him might not be the wooden golem. As the cat an adult. By Wooden Golem, nodded and continued. The ontological consciousness of Wooden Golem has been completely destroyed by the Sharingan pupil technique of the Konoha Uchiha clan. 0. Right now the mental space by Wooden Golem is completely dead. In other words, by Wooden Golem is dead. What? The medical ninja was taken aback, but Wooden Golem, who was not physically injured, was the most seriously injured. The spirit is completely destroyed, and it is indeed indistinguishable from death. Just what kind of Sharingan illusion can cause such an effect? But obviously, by Wooden Golem, or the cat is not in the mood to answer his question again. The spirit of Wooden Golem has been obliterated, in other words, only the will of the cat is left in this body. It is not an exaggeration to say that Wooden Golem's body is Mamata's new body. It is also a novel experience for cats to completely control the human body like a human being. She wants to feel her new body well. Although Uchiha Kido didn't know what happened at Cloud Shinobi Hospital, it was predictable. Except right now Uchiha Kido is not in the mood. After returning to Konoha camp, decline all medical ninjas and other ninjas. Uchiha Kido returned to his camp alone, defeated 4th Hokage, and severely damaged 2 people to assist. Such a big event will definitely get a lot of rewards in the system. For a moment, Uchiha Kido felt a little hopeful in his heart. The system will settle the reward for me. Ding. Host cripples 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, cripples 4th Hokage, destroys 3 Tails Jinchuriki 2 by Wooden Golem. Get rewarded after settlement, people. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.